Hello, welcome to episode 35 of Cyberpunk. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Let's get into the housekeeping from episode 34 first, shall we? And the Peralezes questline clearly is a great favourite among many of you who left comments. What I especially like about it myself is the behind the scenes element to that quest. Instead of just hearing about these movers and shakers on N54 News, thanks to Judy and her introduction, V is suddenly meeting two of them face to face. He's getting to experience firsthand the sort of people they are, how they live and think compared to him and the vast majority of other Night City residents. Their fine clothes, the spotless luxury, the order of their apartment, their immaculate personal presentation. It's way beyond V's pay grade to be involved with people like the Peralezes, really. It goes to show how desperate they must be to deal with a merc like him. Someone in the comments remarked that they always get their particular V to put on a suit whenever they go to meet the Peralezes, and I sort of understand why that is. I'm certain that if the subject matter was not so sensitive, V would have been relegated to dealing with some intermediary rather than actually being engaged by the Peralezes themselves. I've mentioned before that I was thinking in my next playthrough that I would be doing it as a female street kid V, but I might be changing my mind about that, because imagine how fascinating it would be, I thought, for a female corpo V to take on the Peralezes. The roleplay element would feel very different, I think. I'd be interested in knowing what you feel about this. Those people who've had multiple playthroughs perhaps can shed light on what their perspective is. Right, as for what the Peralezes questline revealed, well, where do we start? Quite the shock to think that sinister forces in the background are targeting and effectively controlling key figures for their own undisclosed purposes. SSI told Peralezes, if we believe them, that they had 15 other clients, there may be many more than that, scattered across Night City. So this manipulation technique, we can assume, may be a widespread thing, a coordinated effort on the part of some unseen force to gain influence, to shape the entire Night City government, possibly the police force, maybe the industrial sector too. Who knows how far this interference extends? More than that though, at an individual level, it raises all sorts of uncomfortable questions like how far we dare trust our own thoughts and senses in Night City. How authentic are our decisions? Does free will even exist? Can we really choose our own futures? Or is the appearance of choice merely an illusion? If even the process of asking questions such as these can't be trusted to be of our own volition and instigation, then how do we even recognise whether we are truly aware of reality, or whether we only see it in the form that those who are manipulating us wishes to see it? Ugh, it really is a rabbit hole, isn't it? I think someone alluded to this in their comments, that, you know, where do you stop? Also, just to mention on the subject of surveillance and what's behind it all, several people commented, and I turned sideways here because for a reason, that I missed something at the end of the chat with Peralezes where Johnny was about to join in and give me his 5 pence worth as well. I'm not overly worried about that. Episodes have to end somewhere, and it seems I picked a point to stop where something happens. I was more than 3 hours in at that point, ready to stop, heading for cuddles with my baby granddaughter, actually, because I mentioned my daughter was coming to visit this afternoon, and so she did. I was perfectly happy to have found out a great deal of new info to think about in between episodes at the point where I stopped. And on the subject of spotting things while we're talking about it, equally, I had comments from people saying that they had never realised that the Peralezes had a daughter until I spotted the picture on the wall and also went into the computer and looked at emails, and others who'd said that they'd actually never spotted the concealed bullet holes in the corridor either, which was the first piece of physical, tangible evidence which made us believe that Peralezes wasn't dreaming at all, and that something really did happen. He did fire his weapon at a person who was invading, trespassing, call it what you like, his apartment. So on balance, I mean, I'm quite content to leave that mystery snippet for my next playthrough. I'm sure because people were very careful, I think, not to spoil it for me, but they wanted me to have at least a little bit of information about the fact that I'd missed something. I'm sure there is more to that, and it will reveal itself also as I progress further through this playthrough. As usual, there are also a bunch of other points raised that I've made notes of, right there in fact, and I shall refer to those during the course of what we're going to be getting up to in episode 35. So that's the end of the housekeeping. So to episode 35. Now, if you remember at the start of episode 34, I was all prepared to go off and meet River Ward in the evening when my phone rang, and the phone call turned out to be from Peralezes. That, I suddenly realised, was the inciting event that was going to be propelling me into what turned out to be the concluding part of the Peralezes questline, so I went off and did that quite happily. Now that quest is, I was going to say resolved, but I don't think it is from what we've just talked about, I want to return to pick up with where I left off what seems to be River's own questline. Now, what intrigued me about his phone call was two things. The first is he wanted my help, but he wouldn't discuss the subject matter in a hollow call. That's slightly odd because he's been happy to discuss other things in that way. So I can't imagine what can be so bad, so secretive, that he won't talk about it other than in person. And the second thing was his voice. It seemed wrong, rattled, unsettled, disturbed, upset. There was a catch in it. There was a tone that was less assured than usual. Those two things together, as well as the fact that V, I think, just gets along with River and believes in his approach to policing in Night City, those things are enough to make finding out what's happened to River since the end of the Peralezes investigation the focus for episode 35. So that's what I intend to do. That's where we're heading off to next. Right, let's get started. I'm in the Japantown apartment. As you can see, I have slept during the day. It's almost 8 p.m. It's been a lovely sunny day out, actually. The sun is still glinting off the buildings opposite me there. I do love the view out of this apartment. Oh, not again. Did you hear that noise? This door, I've got to have a word with building management about this door. The door behind me to my stash is far too sensitive. It opens and closes at the most inopportune moments. You can be putting music on and the door will open and close to the stash. You can be looking out of the window as I was there. The door will open and close to the stash behind you. Look at it. It's just got a mind of its own. Literally, I think I'm going to have to go out of the window and climb along the balcony to stop this door from opening and closing when I don't want it to. Stop it. Right, before I leave, I've already got, as you can see, Sit and Wait for River selected. I'm going to go and have a shower. So let's do this, and let's all cross our fingers, shall we, that the thing which I've been trying to show you now for 2 showers, possibly 3, happens. There we go. Actual blood. Now that's not a good thing, is it? It never is, and in V's case it's particularly bad, because it's now starting to have physical effects on him, the relic chip, and I don't remember whether that was one of the things that was cited to him as something to expect. It may have been, and I may have not remembered it because it was so long ago, but yeah, not good. The thing is progressing, in other words, it's taking more and more control of him, not just mentally but physically. Also, I'm going to get some paint and paint this door because it's disturbing me. I've got to be honest, I just don't like seeing the inside of that lift. The implication is that at some point in the past there was a power failure and someone was trapped in that lift for a very long time. That's the thing I think may have happened. Right, so obviously we need to select a vehicle. I wonder which vehicle it will be. It's going to be my Ragnar. You know, the one that... Ooh, it did stop before the crossing. Very good. Things are improving here. I'm going to change its colour scheme too, but not radically. It won't be a drastic change. So I need to left my D-pad. There we go. The base colour, I'm going to go for a blue, but I'm going to make it a quite dark blue. So I'm going to drop the intensity quite a long way down. I'm looking for something sort of vaguely... Have you got anything NCPD-ish, I would say, if I went into the dealers? And this would be the result. Yeah, that's not bad. I've kept the other blue accents, and I don't... Whoa, It's, you know, you have to remind yourself it's a camera, it's not you that's doing this. I quite like that. That's it. I'm not NCPD, but it gives people a vague impression of NCPD-ness, doesn't it? Right, now the other thing I'm going to do experimentally is to engage autodrive. I have never used autodrive at all in the game, not even for a moment. So here we go. I've looked up how you do it. You have to hold down R3. Oh my giddy aunt. What just happened? It's unavailable because a collision was detected. Yeah, well, you caused the collision. Autodrive. Let's try again. So that's one pedestrian nearly killed. Does it overtake? It does overtake. I'm going to give it points back for that. We'll start with a score of 10 points and see how many it ends up on, shall we? So it lost, I'd say it lost 5 points for crashing into something and nearly killing a pedestrian. So it was down to 5. Now it's back up to 7. Actually, this is pretty smooth. There's an advantage to this, and I guess you can also go first person, which means you can just chill. Here's me chilling with my arm resting casually on the window, listening to the tunes. Hey, I can see the attraction of this. I understand that when autodrive first came in, it was a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Temperamental, possibly, and that there were some hilarious and disturbing occurrences as a result of people using it. But like most new innovations, you know, like this, you have to have a teething time, don't you, when you're working out the problems. At the moment, I'd say it's fairly sensible. I mean, it's helping that there is no traffic, I'd have to say. I can't remember the last time I had 0 vehicles in front of me when I was driving. I wonder if that's a feature of autodrive, that it kind of clears the road in front of you. I mean, look at this. That's unusual, I would say. How's it looking behind me? Or maybe it's just that I'm the only person. Whoa, that wasn't me. That wasn't me either. Look, my controller's here.
All available units. Emergency backup requested in haste.
Now you see what's happened there?
Like any other. Roger, dispatch.
That's unfortunate. I am now autodrive destination reached. Yeah, but I'm a wanted person. Car, this is your fault. Quick, sit and wait for River. What could possibly go wrong? Hop over there. This looks like this is the place. Let's do it.
Well, this is the place. Tick, 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 tick.
Good, time skip. So on the whole, yeah, autodrive. Not sure really. Yeah. First, it doesn't seem to do U-turns very well. Let's note this. I'm going to knock off a further 5 points, I think, because it made me a wanted person as a result of a collision which wasn't anything to do with me. So from a score of 10, it lost 5, got 2 back, went up to 7, and now it's lost 5 again. So it's finished on 2 out of 10 on this first attempt at using it. Maybe Night City isn't the best of places. The built-up area part of Night City is not the best of choices for testing this out. I don't know, but there you go. Right, let's get up. It's fun though, I do like it. Oh, Elizabeth Peralez. V, I know that it might seem like you're trying to help, but I'd rather that you just left us alone. Otherwise things won't end well. Goodbye, V, and please stay away. You've done enough already. You have been blocked. Lizzle, what have you done to me? I'm mortified. I literally was trying to help you. I know it might seem like you're trying to help. It doesn't seem that way. I am trying to help. But then you see, this is Lizzle. Is this the real Lizzle who's sending me this text? Or is it the modified Lizzle who's under the influence of the external force who's sending me this text? Ooh, either way I'm blocked. Get in River's car. Hey River, have I got some stuff to tell you? I won't tell you about this guy walking past. Those are very short shorts, my friend. They barely qualify as shorts. I'm not shortlets. What do you call those? Briefs? They are very brief. Hey River, how have you been?
Hey, V.
How you holding up?
Been better.
Okay.
I know. Probably not hard to tell.
He just sounds so defeated. Let's see if I can build him up. I like your car.
Nice ride. Brand new?
Nope.
Not in a chatty mood, I see.
Not really. Sorry.
He doesn't even want to look at me. He's hiding his face because his face is showing emotion, I guess.
So, what happened?
Needed someone to talk to.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
First, take a look.
Take a look. At what?
Hello. My name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. Today's story.
More dead politicians.
A routine roadside inspection led the NCPD to the trail of a dangerous abductor and murderer. The incident occurred at the intersection of 7th and 15th Avenue. The following police footage was captured at the scene.
Routine police stop.
1038, I repeat at 1038.
Anthony Harris.
288-6244. We're exiting our vehicle now.
Is our suspect.
Copy that.
Out of the car! Hands up! Easy, officer. Relax. Shut your mouth! Oh, shit. We have a 1053 and a 1054. I repeat, a 1053 and a 1054.
And he got shot.
The boy from the footage is LeVar Martinez, age 17. His parents reported his disappearance over a month ago. Unfortunately, LeVar's life could not be saved. His body could not withstand the severe septic shock he suffered. Autopsy reports revealed the teenager was given dangerously high levels of hormones, anabolic steroids, and stimulants.
What?
The possessions and genetic material of 7 other missing teens were also found in the car, belonging to one Anthony Harris. Unfortunately, their fates remain unknown. Although the criminal widely known as Peter Pan survived the gunshot, he has not regained consciousness, making interrogation impossible.
Oh, wow.
Please stay tuned to WNS News for developments in the story.
He couldn't even watch it. River could not even watch it. I mean, he's seen it before, but he didn't want to see it again. So we have an abductor, multiple abductor, seven other people, belongings and DNA found in the car, shot by the police, not dead but not able to talk, and they don't know where the other 7 are. And Peter Pan appears to be the name that he's been assigned by the police, obviously. Let's ask what River knows about this.
This, Peter Pan. He an old case? You were looking for him?
Never heard of him. Didn't cross my desk.
Okay. So, what is the issue? They've got him.
What's the problem if they caught the guy?
My nephew, Randy. Disappeared not long past.
Ooh.
And what you just saw. The kid was wearing Randy's shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
Wowzer. Okay. I now understand why you didn't want to talk about this over the holo. So tell me what happened. How did he disappear?
Randy's disappearance. You know anything else?
My sister and I don't get along that well. I don't know much. Just wish I could have been there for her when she needed it most.
This explains the turmoil inside. I mean, the guy's even breathing fast. Look at him. He's upset. So, presumably because you are connected to one of the people who is missing, you will not be assigned to the search.
And what, they figured you'd get emotional and kept you off the case?
More like a restraining order. Won't let me anywhere near it. Gonigal took the lead on it. Lazy-ass gonk. And so far, he ain't accomplished shit.
Okay. They're not completely wrong. Well, I mean, I can understand why they would keep you away from it if you were so closely involved. It might, sway your judgment, it might disturb your analytical skills, but I would not let this go if I were you. That's certainly true.
No way I'd let this lie.
I know. And that's why I'm asking for your help.
Right.
What do we need to do?
Can't interrogate the guy because he's a veg, but we can view his dreams.
I'm sorry, dreams?
You heard me. Come on, I'll explain on the way.
Dreams? We're not talking about brain dances. Get out of the car, V. Dreams?
Experimental procedure, but it's already yielding results. They record dreams that can be played back as PDs.
Okay. I am going to speak. And we can actually get hold of these?
Got access to these dreams?
Not yet, but they keep them in the lab we're headed to now.
Right. I'm betting it's over there across the road, where it says Night City Police Department. Look at us obeying the laws of crossing the road, waiting for the lights. Let's see if he does it again. No, he's not going to, are you? I'm going to get run over here. Okay.
Okay. Got an appointment?
I just said that.
Not exactly. We'll go in together, but not through the main entrance.
We're gonna break the law?
We'll find a different way in, and then hustle out quick. Never actually been here, so I'll need your help.
You've never actually been here? What? Okay. And we can't go in through the front door. We're getting an indicator sending us this way. Are you staying there or are you coming with me? I feel like I'm doing the work here. It's not that one, is it? Nope. That's not a door we can go through. Nothing happening here, citizens. Just move along. Okay. I do have a door. Here's a door. Oh, I do not have 19 technical ability. And I don't even in the points have enough to get me to 19 technical ability, so there's no point thinking about it. Alright. Now it's sending me even further down here. Ooh, this looks a bit like I'm not sure I'm supposed to be here. Although there is a lady with a brush sweeping up. I mean, this is just a cafe. I'm starting to feel more relaxed now. It's when I saw all those people down there. It's just... Ooh.
If I gotta be associated with you, I need to hear it.
We can breach the fence, then look for a way inside.
Okay.
Knowing their funding, I wouldn't expect much pushback from security.
Okay.
Went AWOL, it's true. What they won't tell you is that I did it out of patriotism.
I don't think that's how it fucking works, son.
Okay, look. So an old friend of mine goes to some anti-corpo protest. Next thing you know, they order me to put lead between his eyes.
Ooh.
And then, personally, go tell his family their son died a hero, fighting against the enemy.
Hey, at least he'd go down a hero, right?
Filed a formal complaint telling them what I thought. So they demoted me, took all my implants. Only then did I delta the fuck out of there.
That was quite a prolonged conversation between these two. Tell me you didn't just catch a passing fly and eat it, because it looked like you did. In fact, you're having trouble eating it by the looks of it. I mean, I could have missed that completely. It's just because I wandered a bit too far, I think, down here. It looks like River wants me back up here. Yes, I understand what you said about the security and the wall. There's a wall. There's a wall. I could be scanning this area, you're quite right. This is another of those episodes, by the way, where I'm intending to focus almost exclusively on River's questline, whatever that is. And I have no idea how long this episode's going to be, because unlike the Peralezes questline, I did not ask a question. And the only question I ever ask is, how long does the average player take to complete X, Y or Z? I didn't even ask the question about this one, so I have no idea. Why have I come up here? I don't think I've achieved anything. I can't go in through there, can I? Hello. There is an opening down here which I could use. Ouch. Landed on his feet. Have a ladder.
Great. What now?
We find our entrance.
Yes, we'll do this.
They have an audit today. Should be a ghost town. No need to be quiet.
That's
What do
useful.
you know about the audit?
I did my homework.
Gosh, this is a premeditated raid. He's literally scoped the place. Oh, it doesn't get any easier. I think I'm climbing up right behind River. My face was underneath his coat there. That was not a comfortable experience. We're not going any further up. Why would we not go any further up? There's a window there. I just need to satisfy my curiosity here. These stairs do continue further up. I'm guessing there are no more windows, however. Well, I don't know. There are kind of windows. That's it. We're at max height. I'll just take the shortcut way down and go back up again, the first set of ladders, and in through the window, because that's apparently where we're going. Climb in.
Know where they're keeping the BD?
Likely the room where they edit the autistic kid's dreams. Should be labeled as Anthony Harris.
They edit autistic kids' dreams. Okay, we have a number of rooms here. Very quick orange break there. I'm going to follow him.
A few of these rooms we probably don't have to bother with.
I mean, you're joking, right? It looks like there are multiple rooms on that map. Look at them. Use Kiroshi to find the right cabinet. I understand what you're saying, however... where's he going now? Where are you going? River, where are you going? River?
Locked. Can't get in.
Okay. Here's the thing though, I'm going to explore all these rooms, so if you're going to go wandering, I'm going to let you go wandering while I do this, because I've just spotted scannables in here already. There's a laptop, there's something over there. Yeah, there's stuff everywhere. Okay, let's do this. I think I'll try to be methodical and go anti-clockwise. Let's look at this first. Scan results, documents, confidential audit day 1. A list of tasks to check. They really did desert the place. The audit is in progress. What was that? What in the name of... Scan results container, material, plastic and metal. Function. This device simulates conditions in the uterus. There are growing babies. Intended use maintains the life of the BB and detects BTs. Wow. What kind of place is this? I love to see what kind of oversight there is here. Heavens above, what is that? It looks like ice, but I don't think it is. It's sort of got a metallic quality to it. It shimmers. Oh, right, okay. Hey, somebody, that's a trip hazard. You could slip on those. I found a laptop. Turn it on.
Keep looking.
River's talking to himself off in the distance. Now, someone's going to say here, you should have followed River. And I'm just going to point out, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to explore these rooms. I'll catch up with River. There he goes, look. He's quite happy, wandering off doing whatever he's doing over there. These things are here for a reason. I'm going to look at them. Let's do this. Messages 5. Okay, let's do them all. Security update from Naomi Redweed to research team. He's still talking. I know I'm going to catch comments about this from people. I'm just going to forestall it now by saying I'm not going to respond to them. This is the way that I'm tackling this particular area. I'm going to methodically go through these rooms, and at some point I'm pretty sure I will catch up with River and find out what it is he wants me to look at. I know it says use Kiroshi to find the right cabinet. I'm getting the idea that I've got to scan, therefore, cabinets if and when I see them. So that will happen. Meantime, Naomi Redweed is writing to the research team. Important. I would like to remind everyone of the upcoming audit and changes in security. I'm willing to answer any immediate questions you might have. As you're aware, we've had complaints from NCPD. I know, but we will have to follow the new guidelines. There's no wriggle room on this. At a time TBD later, you will all get your new double verification access signatures. You will each receive individual emails with the relevant details. No more of that reply all funny business. Until then, continue your work as normal, of course excluding the day we've assigned for the audit. Have a nice day, security. Okay. Security was being tightened at the behest of NCPD. A small step for science, a giant leap for humankind, from Eugene Kuzma to research team. Good morning all. I would like to congratulate our very own Dr. Yarwin Packard on the recent strides she's made in the field of paediatric autism therapy. Her invaluable work has paved the way for more effective therapy applications than the established behavioural methods TEACH, ESDM and RDI, clearly surpassing all supportive methods, e.g. sensory integration, and substantially building upon traditional approaches such as music therapy. I speak for all of us when I say we are extremely proud of Dr. Packard's scientific achievements, but also, more importantly, proud to see the huge inflow of warm letters from happy parents. Keep up the great work, everyone. Eugene Kuzma. Okay, that sounds positive. Let's see what they're up to in the next quarter. Project decisions for next quarter from Yolanda Castaneda, is that? No, Castaneda, I beg your pardon, to research team. Important. Lots of things are important in these emails. The following projects have been green-lighted to continue next quarter. Neurotransmitters and selective countermeasures in combating the effects of stress. Cyberpsychosis, audiovisual stimulation in autism therapy, limited environmental stimulation as treatment for antisocial behaviour. We've decided to suspend research into transcendental meditation. All those involved on the project will soon receive a more detailed report about the indefinite suspension and information regarding new project allocations. Okay. A great deal of research into the way in which illnesses can be combated. I'm just wondering if they're creating new illnesses in the process, but I don't know. Important, here we go again, everything's important. This is what you do apparently if you want somebody to read your email in this place. You start it with the word important. All staff please read, from Cy Sweregan, is that, to research team. Dear team, I like to beat around the bush as much as the next guy, but I'm afraid I don't have this luxury this time. First off, you all remember that framed quote I used to have in my office, never trust a person who's never tried to steal. Well, it seems someone took that sentiment too much to heart. Now, don't panic, it wasn't the quote that was stolen, it's safely at home. Rather, it appears a staff member has taken our neurotransmitter research files from the facility with the likely intent of selling them to a third party. As such, all lab employees will be required to take a polygraph before leaving the facility, led by our own Dr. Al Tolliver. If Al finds anything troubling from your tests, the next course of action would be termination, legal action, or both. No jokes, I mean this in all seriousness. Let me emphasise, do the polygraph before leaving work. Then you're free to get in your naps, showers, lap dances, or whatever it is you people do in your off hours. Have a pleasant day. Sigh. Ooh. The research that they're doing here is worth something. Clearly. The likely intent of selling them to a third party. And here's something about the audit itself. From Anna Svart Fasting, City Auditor, to NCDPD Labs, this week's audit. Dear all, many of you know this week's audit is simply a formality. We're required by law to periodically evaluate current laboratory safeguards for effectiveness and future modernisation efforts. Remember that this audit is as beneficial for the city's bookkeeping as it is to keep you and your research safe. We're all playing for the same team here. Please treat this as a mandatory day off. Best regards, Anna. Interesting files. We have two of them. Subject AH. Oh, report filed to NCPD. AH, this is the guy. Anthony Harris. Patient transported to hospital 18 minutes after suffering missile wound to the head. That's going to hurt. As the missile penetrated multiple brain layers, a temporary pulse cavity immediately followed. Due to rapid intervention, intracranial pressure was reduced and inflammatory damage to brain tissue was avoided. Despite successful intervention, the patient remains in a coma with estimated chances of waking at only 0.6%. In the event the patient does wake, likely complications may include paralysis in the right side of the body, vision impairment, speech impairment, and cognitive disorders. Estimated value for NCPD investigation near zero. They're not going to get anything out of Anthony Harris. His chance of waking is less than 1%. And we also have, okay, this is weird, a novel phobia, fear of the number 91. In recent years, the list of commonly feared numbers, such as 4, 13 and 66, has grown to now officially include the number 91. While the phobias of other numbers have origins well studied by science, e.g. tetraphobia derives from the fact that the Chinese words for death and 4 sound similar, we can still only hypothesize about the rise of 91. Patients afflicted by a phobia of the number 91 often complain of recurring nightmares in which a giant countdown reaches 91, then suddenly stops. When they attempt to restart the countdown, it transforms into a bright yellow board with vermin crawling all over it. This shared experience has already spawned unproven conspiracy theories which, among other things, claim that the dreams are transmitted via either electromagnetic waves, the digitised minds of a mysterious netrunner sect, rogue artificial intelligences, or classified nanochips installed by Night Corp agents. None of these outlandish ideas contain a grain of truth, of course. So what is it that causes the phobia to manifest such intense reactions? That much yet remains unknown, but as so many scientists often claim, the truth is out there. So, without full knowledge of the phobia's origin and its underlying factors, how can you treat it? Studies this far have shown promising results for conditioning patients via induced dream states, in which the number 91 is inverted to the number 19. Although this method remains in clinical trials, experts are optimistic that the 91% success rate will only continue to improve. What a coincidence. I love the ending to that the success rate is 91%. Okay, and in net I presume we've got a bunch of websites. Yeah, okay. That's the first room. That's the first room. Let's move. Yeah, River's waiting patiently there, which is fine. He can wait there whilst I continue my exploration of this building. It's spooky. It's a liminal space. I have a cabinet. I'm scanning hum. It's a hum cabinet. It's full of hum. Right, so the possibility that Anthony Harris's dossier is in here is zero. This is not the cabinets you're looking for. But at least I've learned now to scan cabinets. Okay. So here's a door. Again, which I cannot open. Technical ability 19, I'm on 15. It's one of the benefits of doing other gigs. This I do realise, that it boosts your stats. And when you're actually following quest lines, like I have done in the last episode and this one, and the previous episode as well, you are less likely to see those repeated boosts to your stat levels. So yeah, I will be returning to getting some of those done soon. I'm guessing these are like treatment rooms. Is that what this is? There's a shard there. Hello. I did spot the laptop too out of the corner of my eye before. Someone says I didn't. Okay. Let's read this. Teachings of the Temple. Excerpts. The welcome truth that sleep and death are twin sisters, beneficent, healing and vivifying, is gradually making its way through the scientific as well as the religious world, bearing on its wings faith and trust in the fundamental lays of life which underlie all phenomena, and casting down forever the great Moloch of fear which stands at the gate of all men's minds, ready to devour each child of hope which has been conceived and born in the joy of life. Time and space are annihilated in dream life, because of the rapid action of the energy of mind when freed from bonds of matter. And life in a state of dream is a foretaste of what life may be when the coarser grades of matter which now hold the embryonic God-man in bondage are refined. And the energy which now must act under all the difficulties man has ignorantly thrown up by unnatural, unwise methods and practices through countless incarnations will then be guided and controlled by the higher or spiritual will of man, for the perfecting of a body as much as superior to the bodies of the present races of mankind as the latter are superior to those of the animal creation. Wow. I'm not familiar with that text, but I shall look it up, I think, to find out what it is. Or, meantime, I will go over and turn on this laptop. Everybody seems to have a laptop. 5 messages. I have read the security update, Small Step for Science, important all staff please read this week's audit. I have not read this one. Meditation work, heard the news. Yeah, we know it's been suspended. Meditation work, heard the news. This is from Al-Yuti, it looks like Koshama, to Caroline Adams. I just saw the email. I'm so sorry to hear that they cut your project. If it's any consolation, I've tried to apply your methods in my personal time and I feel like my creativity is on a whole other level, seriously. I really hope this is just temporary and they reinstate the project, though I've got bad feelings since Dr. Lynch's departure there just hasn't been the same support. Hang in there, Caroline, don't lose hope. Oh, that's very thoughtful of someone to send that through. And then we've got Novel Phobia Fear of number 91, which I have read. Okay. Do you have a cabinet in this room? You don't. Alrighty. Next, please. Yeah, these are very, very similar treatment rooms by the looks of it. This one has no shard. I'm going to scan for cabinets first because why not? Oh, hello. What's that? Medical forceps. I'll have those. It seems appropriate to the setting. Turn on this laptop. Use this laptop. 5 messages again. I've read security update. I've read all the bottom 4. I have not read no. So this is, you see, V said, River told me don't go into all of the rooms because they're not important. I disagree. No. From Caroline Adams to Taryn Doggett. Lol. And just remember not to mention our latest study to those NCPD slug brains because they just wouldn't understand it anyway. Smiley face. Okay. Right. And no cabinet. How many of these treatment rooms are there? Oh, this one I can't go into. Do you have a cabinet that I can scan though? No, you don't. And it wouldn't be any use if you did because I wouldn't be able to go in. This is the toilets. Well, I suppose you might have a cabinet in the toilets. Someone said I should look into the mirror more often. I don't understand that request, but I'll do it. That's V. His hair's not grown much, I would have to say. Probably a feature of the relic chip. Stops your hair growing. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Okay, that was toilets. Okay, it wasn't unisex toilets then. Thank you, I'll have those. There's a few Eurodollars in there. 657. That's unusual to find Eurodollars in a medical box. Another mirror. This is basically just a carbon copy of the room next door. Carbon copy, there's a phrase that you don't hear much nowadays. And we've reached what looks like the reception area, the doors that we did not go through. There they are. We're not going in through the main entrance, but we could have gone in through the main entrance because there's no one here by the looks of it. They certainly didn't think to secure these places before they left. There's literally no one here, and they left a window open upstairs as well. What kind of security is there in this place? The first email I read was about heightening security measures because the NCPD were not happy. They wouldn't be very happy with this. Your office looks well used, but there's nothing in it. Right, I will continue, therefore. to go in an anti-clockwise direction using the minimap. It's another treatment room. This one's got something there I can scan. I'm looking for cabinets. I'm not finding them. What is that? It's a data pad. Tablet owner was Naomi Redweed, and she was searching for how to prepare for an audit. Good one, Naomi. We've all done that before now, when we're faced with something we haven't done before or recently. Just to remind ourselves how to do it. Let's turn this one on and use it. Oh look, there are 5 messages. Reddit. Have not read Melissa Rory, however. Let's read that. Yeah, there is a light there. I could back out of the laptop slightly so that I could read without the reflection, or look at it at a different angle, but it's okay. Melissa Rory, latest research from Taryn Doggett to Naomi Redwood and Jean-Paul Petit. Based on the latest research on the subject, it appears the patient suffers from relapses of antisocial behaviours. The recommended treatment approach is limited environmental stimulation and increased doses of neuroleptics. See treatment details in attachment. I'll remind you, this is not an isolated case, but a fairly common problem among members of MaxTac. The NCPD is pushing for more resources put into cyberpsychosis research, but our facilities simply can't accommodate an uptick right now. And a friendly reminder, please email your applications for overtime next quarter by no later than tomorrow EOD. Oh, hello. Okay, this is a new file which we haven't seen. Braindance conditioning in cyberpsychosis. Studies that use brain imaging methodologies have shown a progressive reduction in brain volume, but a swelling of the ventricular system and the volume of cerebrospinal fluid produced in people who suffer from cyberpsychosis. Other studies have found differences in the degree of cortical nerve cell depletion between stage 1 cyberpsychosis patients treated pharmaceutically and those who received braindance conditioning. Increased loss of cortical nerve cells was detected in those using pharmaceutical treatment, from which it has been concluded that braindance conditioning has a neuroprotective effect. This experiment's results should be taken into account when implementing braindance conditioning methods in locations with minimal environmental stimulation present. Judy would have a field day in this place, don't you think? They are cutting edge researchers here. I mean, it sounds like their entire thrust is in terms of remediation, in terms of making people better. I have a filing cabinet. Office supplies. Invoices and bills. Trail of spilled whiskey. Close to 0%. It has what I want in it. However, there is a document here. Oh, overtime, voluntary versus mandatory. Audit data verification. She would love this place, Judy. I should be recording all of this for her with some sort of visual and audio recording device that I could show to her later. Maybe she watches YouTube. Let's do this laptop. So, security update. I think I've seen that one. I've seen. Audit round the corner I've not seen. I've seen the one that says this week's audit, yes, but this one I have not seen. Audit round the corner from Seth Givens, NCPD, to and there's that word again, Swearengen. What's up, Tumster? You know about that audit in your lab is coming up, right? Maybe get those invoices for Woo all squared away, huh? And from to Seth Givens, NCPD, don't you got enough of your own paperwork to push around? Leave the invoices for Woo to me. I'll make sure our little piggies don't go hungry. Wow. That's a disturbing indication at some degree of, I don't know what you call it, just out and out corruption, I guess. And in files I've got this. Braindance treatment for paediatric autism. Activity in a developing brain is higher compared to that in a mature brain. This greater capacity to establish neural connections and reorganize cortical and subcortical brain structures allows for substantial compensating abilities, even in circumstances of extensive brain damage. Unfortunately, in the case of children on the autism spectrum, the problem is one of hyperactivity. An overabundance of firing synapses results in synaptic communication disorders. This study compared children on the autistic spectrum who did not receive any preventative measures with those who received early brain-dance therapy. Initial findings suggest the brain-dance treatment provides beneficial support for synaptic function. Please refer to subsequent reports for detailed summaries of the findings. Wow, therapeutic use of brain dances. I've said it previously, I'll say it again. Judy, I wish she could work here, for goodness sake. Would she? Would she though? I don't know. She turns down lots of approaches by just about everybody to work for them. That's not a cabinet, but it is some Eurodollars. It is a cabinet of sorts, but not quite the cabinet I'm looking for. I have a laptop been left on the actual bench where the chair, bench, couch, call it what you will, where the patient resides normally. Let's turn this one on. I'm betting in the messages there'll be something new, because there has been so far. Yes, there is. The one right in the middle there, I haven't read that. I can tell I haven't read that. Let's do it. Jeez. From Jean-Paul Petit to Yolanda Castaneda. I'll get her name right soon. You read Cosma's email congratulating Yarwin. Eugene must have been very pleased with her strides. From Yolanda to Jean-Paul Petit re-Gs. I'm not surprised. I mean, she cozies up with that cop, then all of a sudden gets an NCPD contract. What a coincidence, her. And from Jean-Paul back to Yolanda. Exactly. Oh dear. The inner politics of the place. And we've got novel phobia, which we've read. Okay, I'm out of here. I think there was one more door, but it's not a door. Alrighty. Ooh. I was about to say I haven't scanned the corridor, and then there's a readable. I know, I think I may have read NCPD and Anatomy of a Disaster before, but it seems very appropriate to find it here, and I think I'll read it again. NCPD, Anatomy of a Disaster. This won't be the kind of book that's full of eloquent phrases or elaborate metaphors. I'm not a writer, I'm a cop, or rather I was a cop before the mass redundancies. I'm not writing this for money or fame, I'm writing it because I won't stay silent while the NCPD goes to ruin. Before you say anything, I know we weren't perfect. Night City has never been a safe city, but we tried. As God is my witness, we really tried to keep our city safe, even while we lacked the money, people and equipment we so desperately needed. The mayor couldn't have cared less. He wanted to cut costs. Apparently, since the NCPD wasn't profitable, he said at a press conference, a day after 7 of us were killed by a cyber psycho in Vista del Rey, then why not privatise it? That very same day, the NCPD was transferred into private ownership, all according to plan. Our new chief of police, previously the head of the data term sales department, cared only about one thing: money. He fired half of the force, cut down the number of patrols, and ordered those working the streets to drop everything and start writing tickets. Didn't take long to see the effects. The city's crime went through the roof. Bodies clogged the alleyways and the sidewalks were painted red with blood. Meanwhile, the suits at Corpo Plaza were popping champagne and celebrating. Why? Because the demand for private security services had increased by 1,000%. Yeah, we know about that. We know about the savaging of the NCPD budget. This is what I like about this game, the way that these incidental shards that you find in places, which you can choose to read or not, if you read them, they knit together. And it all becomes a much more richly coloured picture as a result. I do get it that some people rush past these things and don't read them because they want the buzz of the excitement of playing the game. But for me, this is the excitement of playing the game. It really is. I like the mixing it up, if you want to call it that, as much as anybody else. But I also like this. And here's River in that room where River waits. Do I want to have those candles? Why not? One never knows when they may come in useful. I am of the generation of people who remember the power cuts that we had in this country back in the very early 70s. I'll have those Eurodollars, thank you. And doing work by candlelight was a thing. It really was. We had such severe power cuts back then, and they were timetabled too, so you knew exactly when the power was going to come on and go off to the minute. And they shared the pain in that sometimes you would have power for an evening but another district would not, and then in the reverse would occur where you knew perhaps at 5 o'clock at night or whatever that power would go off and that would be it for the rest of that evening into the next morning. But I do remember going to bed by torchlight and candlelight and all the rest of it. So yeah, never overlook, even in 2077, the opportunity to pick up some candles. I am sort of talking to you and scanning at the same time. I realise it's another computer. How many of these laptops are there in this place? 6 messages. Hey, steady. Pushing the boat out a little here. Now I think I may have read all of those with the exception of this one. No, I think I've read that one too. I may have read all of them actually now. Yeah, I think I have. I've read all of those messages. Good. So let's go into files. And I've read both of those. Good. Excellent. Nothing to read for a change. River's bound to speak to me. There is a filing cabinet. This one contains, drumroll please, it's another hum. It has records of experiments, symbols in dreams, electric sheep and unicorns. Oh, but look at that. The probability of Anthony Harris's dossier being found in here is 10 to 20%. Can I actually open these drawers then? No, I don't think I can, because it's not going to be in there. I need to carry on scanning before I go talk to River. Let's go round the other side of this. I have 2 doors off this one, which look like they lead to... Yeah, I'll go in there in a moment. Go to another room. I have another cabinet. Oh, this is the back of the same cabinet. Yeah, there's another door there. Anything to say, River? Nope. River's happy for me to be using my Karoshi to find the right cabinet. I am using my Karoshi. You see, if I'd caught up with him, nothing would have happened. He's just standing there, tapping his hands on his coat. It looks like it's one of those, I don't know what you call it. Is it waxed or oilskin? I'm not sure which. Waxed. It looks like it would repel water quite well. Let's go into here. Oh, hello. This is rather different. Oh, I'm getting echoes of the schoolrooms from The Last of Us here. This looks like it's very child-centric. It's kind of a relaxation area, I'm guessing, but it also has treatment couches in it too. We've got arcade machines. I should scan. You're correct. Yes, I did spot that. It's another filing cabinet. What else do we have in here? There's always something very spooky about rooms like this, which are meant to be used for a purpose and then they're empty. Perfume? I mean, I'll take it. It might make a gift, I guess. There's an action figure or something similar on the floor there. Okay, I guess that was dropped by a child whilst they were having brain dance therapy. It seems to be what this place is all centred around. Okay, here's an interesting depiction of flying vehicles and a child playing. What is that? That looks like a tractor or some sort of large wheel vehicle pulling one of these things on a trailer. Okay. Filing cabinet, where were you? Which one are you? It's this one. Oh, yes!
Hey, River. Think I got it.
Found something?
Not yet.
Anthony Harris. Let's try these drawers.
Open cabinet.
Say, River, why not just have a janitor crack a door for you?
Can't risk getting scolded for sniffing around somebody else's
River.
case. Yo!
What are you doing here? You got kicked off the force.
What?
Just suspended, actually.
What you talking
What
about?
does she mean by that?
He hasn't told you?
Yowen, please, listen to me.
Aren't you in enough trouble already?
Uh-oh.
Harris kidnapped my nephew.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But we store evidence here. And we have strict protocols.
Oh, I'm gonna say this.
Protocols? Talking about his nephew's life here. A child's life.
This is an ongoing police investigation.
I know that.
Go, please.
We're not going.
Get out now!
We can't leave without Peter Pan's dreams.
I'll say it one last time. Out!
Damn it, Yowen. Who the fuck do you think you are? Remember your first med school exam? You know the one. Passed it with flying colors.
Oh, hello.
Gotta remember it. Ladies' room erupted in flame. They evacuated everybody for 2 hours.
I cannot believe you would throw that in my face. I never wish to see you here again. Especially you. You don't know him well, do you? This man is a bastard.
Hey, easy. He's never let me down.
River and I get along, we're friends. Hasn't let me down yet.
Huh. I thought us friends too.
Is that why you're refusing to help him out?
Harris's dream, BD. Where is it?
He isn't dreaming.
What?
What? Why?
What's going on here?
A bullet damaged his cerebral cortex. We get only dissonant urges. Pieces.
Oh, you mean we can't use it? Oh, it's not a dead end. I want to see this.
I'd like
Try
to...
audiovisual stimulation.
But he isn't on the spectrum.
A favorite song or movie helps you reach the kids. Might be worth a try.
Yes.
I am aware of the similarity. Hypothalamus stimulation and hormone production. But Harris is not a child. I have never tried the procedure on an adult.
I was about to say the same thing. Maybe this is the time to begin, don't you think, Yarwin? Do you know, I'm so glad. If I hadn't read all of those texts, emails and communications on the laptops, then we wouldn't have the context that we've got about understanding who this woman is. Why have you not tried it on an adult?
Any reason you haven't?
Because, unlike River, I went to med school and studied neuroscience. And not by reading about it over someone's shoulder on the metro.
Ouch. That's a bit harsh. The guy's desperate. I think you do need to try this.
Let's try it.
We don't even know his preferences.
I'll find something. I mean, you're willing to try?
Just go. I'll open the front door for you.
Let's ride, V. I know exactly where to start.
Will you? Hang on. What just happened? I can ask her about the Arasaka relic? Well, of course I can. She's an expert in this technology.
Say, by the way, what do you know about biochips? Arasaka's relic in particular.
Come on, this can't be far away from your
Well, it's designed to
remit.
store a person's neural engram. Sorry. Just imagine copying over a person's memories and personality.
Right, I get that. More curious what happens if the stored engram overwrites the engrams of the chip carrier.
Overwrite? I'm not even sure that's possible. Why do you ask?
Nah, never mind. Not a big deal. Thanks.
Oh, she was a bit of a dead end. Interesting that she doesn't think it's possible that a chip can overwrite the engram of the person carrying it with someone else's engram. So the existence of this tech hasn't reached her, and yet she's an expert in the related field. Okay, Yarwin I think might be not on our team exactly, but not antagonistic towards our intent. And I've got to just follow my way out here now. It's sending me this way. So I'll do as I'm told. For a change. Where am I going? Thanks for the yellow line. Yellow lines are really helpful. Okay, we did it. We're out of here.
Cops seem to like you. Careful this one doesn't start sending you out for donuts.
Oh, here we go again. I don't think there's anything fundamentally wrong with River, Johnny.
What? No, River's all right.
For a cop, you mean?
Not every cop's a bastard. Just like not every rocker boy's a narcissistic dickhead.
Don't know, V. You ever actually met a rocker boy who didn't fit that description?
All in all, no.
There's some in the comments. Some comments have been made about the way that Johnny's personality has morphed somewhat, and I think it's because he's spending a lot of time in V's head, and V's a more moderate person in some ways than Johnny is, and maybe just as he's rubbing off on V, the reverse is happening too, which raises the issue of whether V is going to be entirely supplanted by Johnny, or whether what's going to be resulting from this forced space sharing that they're encountering is a sort of shared existence as well, a new person coming out of it. It's complex. Talk to River. Hey River, who's not really in a very talkative mood.
Okay, let me hear it.
You didn't tell me you got fired. Booted off the force is a little bit more direct, so I'm going to be literal. He didn't tell me that he'd been fired. He says suspended, but she thought he'd gone completely, so the truth may be one or the other.
Lost your badge. Didn't tell me about it. Why?
I don't know.
Makes you a bit of a leadhead, don't it?
That it do. It's just, it's not easy for me to talk about what's biting at my ass.
I get that.
Fair enough. Could tell me where we're headed, though.
To Joss's. Randy's mom. She thinks he just ran away from home. For now, keep the kidnapping between us.
Oh, you're asking me to keep a secret? We've got lots of yellows here. Yeah, tell me more about this kid who's gone missing.
Tell me about Randy. What kind of kid he is.
Petty theft, drugs, running away from home. That kind.
Okay.
Cop uncles really see the best in you.
There are people who always find their way into trouble. Randy's one of them.
Okay, so we know about Joss, his mum. You have not said anything about Dad.
Where's Randy's dad?
Been a few years since he got popped. Gang war.
Great role model.
Josh was left alone with 3. But she's as tough as weathered leather.
Okay, that's a bit of a harsh description if you don't mind me saying so. But surely the guy we're looking for is... We know that he's currently in a coma, but the place where he did all this, where he took his abductees, shouldn't that be the thing we're looking for?
You gonna tell me why we aren't trying to find Harris's apartment?
That's a house. And I doubt he's keeping his victims in his basement. And besides, we are trying. Want to see if we can find some connection to Harris at Randy's.
Pretty weak lead.
Best we can hope for just now.
Wow, that's a tenuous thing to grasp at. Do you not think NCPD will have thought of that too? How about Yarwin? I don't know about Yarwin actually. It looked like there was some kind of past between the two of them.
Not worried Yarwin's gonna toe the line? Rat you out to her superiors?
Used to be friends. Doubt she'd do that.
Got it.
Plus, not that I'd use it, but I do know one skeleton she'd prefer remain tucked in her closet.
Yes. I think you alluded to it. It's something to do with cheating an exam. So I'm starting to think she will help us, actually.
Think Yarwin will actually help us? All things considered?
Yeah. These tiffs of ours always end up the same way. I'll tell you about it over a beer sometime.
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's focus on finding Randy or sign me up for that beer. I don't think either of these things are bad. I don't think me saying sign me up for the beer means we're not going to focus on finding Randy. We're not going to go off another beer, are we?
Sign me up. We find Randy, then we find the bottoms of a few bottles.
Yes.
It'll be my pleasure.
I think that sounds like a plan. I also think, and I don't know where we're going here. Are we going outside the city? I hadn't really noticed where we were driving. I think we are. Oh, yes, we are. Ride with River. I can skip the ride. I don't want to. I like riding two places. Where is this? This is a trailer park. A new area, which I've just entered. I'm guessing this is where Joss lives. Okay, what just happened to your vehicle then? It seemed to just jump gear. Whoa, whoa.
Alright, this is it.
Great.
It's sure been a while. Used to come over every weekend, a long time ago.
Okay.
And? Changed it all since?
Places like this never change.
I'll just do a preliminary scan. It's not revealing very much at all. What was that? Oh look, Amy Little, Aldecardos. Are we looking at Aldecardos living here then? I have a door. There's some resources there which I could collect on the way in. River's waiting for me. River? Waiting patiently as always.
Lovely neighborhood. Mwah.
Johnny, must you... Where was those? Ah, there they are. I mean, look at them. $630. I didn't know how much. 774,000. I'm a $750,000. Yeah, you could have left the door open. I'm just saying. Ooh, nice. This is a nice place. Can I come in? Aquarium. Simulates the freshwater environment of the Amazon basin from the mid-21st century. Don't you know? Except the Amazon basin had fish, maybe, at that point. Yeah? No? Doesn't appear to have anything in it. This is readable, but I've read it. It still happens in the game occasionally that readables that I encounter are things that I have read in the past. I'm pretty sure that NCPD, Anatomy of a Disaster, I had read. I'm sure I had actually, but it just seemed very appropriate and tied in beautifully with where we were. I'm going to follow him. I don't know where he's going. Oh.
You either got business with me or news about my Randy. Wouldn't drag your butt out here if you didn't.
Joss, meet V.
Hi.
So V, is this about my Randy?
I'm not going to say anything.
Joss, I don't know how to say this, but Randy was abducted.
Abducted? But he's alive, right? River! Tell me, damn it!
This is all better coming from him than me.
We're looking, Joss.
Here?
Okay, so now I've got to intervene. They're not arguing. I don't think they are arguing. She's just emotional. Understandably so. So I'm just going to say why we're here. We need to look through Randy's stuff.
Listen, we need to look through Randy's things.
Why?
To find any lead we can. Trust me, Joss.
Trust him, Joss.
Just don't destroy anything. Randy doesn't like it when anyone pokes through his stuff.
Okay.
Let's go, V.
The kids are playing outside. Tell them it's time to eat.
3 kids. She had 3 kids. Whoa. You just walked straight through me there. And Joss Crutcher has been added as a contact. I will just do some scans before we do anything else. Oh, I can talk to her. Should I do this? Let's do this. Joss?
Can't be easy raising 3 kids on your own.
Well, it wasn't any easier with my husband. In fact, the best days were when he didn't come home.
Oh, Joss.
There were times I wished he'd disappear for a month, just to not have him hang around.
Oh, I have a whole load of context questions I can ask here. I've heard from River that he died in a gang war, but let's just see if we have details.
How'd he die?
Oh, no.
The Aldecaldos told me he died an honorable death. Whatever the hell that means.
Wow. That could...
They showed me his body, where his face used to be. Couldn't see the honor in that.
Okay. This is gruesomely... I wasn't expecting to have a conversation with you over this sort of stuff. So actually, you're glad he's not here anymore?
Must have been a relief then, when he left.
For weeks, I cried every night. My husband was killed. The father of my children.
I'm sorry.
Of course, yeah.
Randy changed. He locked up. Not to mention the other two I still had to raise. Life was rough with him and without him. Sometimes there's no solution.
That's true. She cried for weeks, but she cried for the loss of the father of her children. Because she presumably understood what that meant. That she would then be left with the three of them to bring up on her own, without whatever sort of income he did bring in. Was he that bad?
That bad, huh?
His bike in the highway. That was his world. But at home... Let me tell you a story.
Oh, please do.
This one time he took Dorian into the city. Had some errand to run, just father and son. He came back that night, dead-ass drunk. Raging at me for calling the cops on him.
Did you?
River found him in some dive and brought Dorian home.
Can I change the subject?
Let's, change the subject.
Oh, I think we've gone. I think that was it. Oh, no. I can say stay strong now.
Hang in there, Joss.
And we've done The Must Be Hard For You Alone already. Hey, that was a good little chat. That's really sad now. I'm full of admiration for what you've done. Also, I'm going to explore your house without your permission. I'm so sorry. I'm probably not supposed to be in this room because this is not where River is, but there is a readable there, which will be read. Let's see what it is. Greetings from depression. I was 15 years old, set to fail 4 of my classes at school, but I could barely get out of bed, much less drag myself to the bathroom and take a shower. At first, my parents were worried, treating me gently, but after a few weeks their patience began to run out. And that's when it started. Snap out of it. Just go for a run, you'll feel better. Why don't you talk to your friends? Quit feeling sorry for yourself. What do you have to be sad about? Other people have it worse. Words that, even after 10 years of therapy, medication, a stint in a psychiatric ward, and many, many relapses of depression, still ring in my ears. Anywhere, anytime, every day, and they still cut just as deep. Wow. The level of thought that went into choosing the text to put into these shards is impressive. Yeah. And you know the weird thing is, and I'm just saying this completely out of context, as someone who runs, it does elevate your mood, but I completely understand the inappropriateness of it for the situation that was being described there. That's a wow. I'm going to pick up a pack of cards. I'm so impressed by that text. River. Yep, I got you, River. There's another room here.
What's on your mind? Think it's good she learned the truth.
Yeah. Riv, just hang on a sec while I look in the... Turns out to be a bathroom. This is a small bathroom. But, you know, perfectly functional for what it needs to do. Neat and tidy as well. We've scanned this room on our way in. This is the living area, I guess you call it. Let's go. Follow River. I'm following.
That's the trailer. Eyes peeled for details, eh?
For deets, you mean. Deets. Come on. Get with the lingo.
Uncle River!
Ooh.
Monique, Dorian. Hey, guys.
Is this your partner?
Just a friend.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to meet his partner.
You gonna stay over?
We'll see. Your mom's waiting for you at dinner.
Yeah, go get dinner, kids. We're going to hunt for the trail of your abducted older brother, I'm guessing. This is the door that I scanned on the way to that trailer, but it would not open, I would guess, at that point, because it didn't want me to come in. Talk to me, River.
This is their old trailer. Randy moved in when I bought him a new one.
Got it.
Real hellhole. Like in my good old days.
You check around, I'll check the trash.
Yeah. Please don't talk about Johnny like that. Hey, you're smoking in someone else's establishment here. This is their old trailer? Okay. Look for clues to help find Randy. That's the whole idea here. Randy's antique key?
Got some kind of key here. Real fossil.
Not quite what we're looking for, no.
Yeah, but nevertheless, it's a clue and it belonged to Randy. So, you know, I'm still taking it. Yeah, there's a readable there which I've read. Get high at home. Again, quite appropriate placement, possibly. I will not.
Jeez. Can still see the nicks from those first years we measured the kids.
Oh boy. Oh look. We measured the kids. There's been a definite falling out between him and his...
Left his favorite hoodie in the closet.
Sister. These clues, as we're calling them, are a little bit disturbing. We do have a record player. Oh, it's top grade. Condition. Device excellent. Disc scratched. Owner profile audiophile fanatic of dark music styles. Tainted Overlord, for instance. Big fan. Tainted Overlord. Look at these speakers. I mean, wow. They are speakers. Or speaker, I should say. Where's the other one gone? It's got to be one. There's got to be a pair of them, surely. Oh, now I'm upset. I'm wondering what's happened to the other one. River's off doing stuff. These are the toilets. Even though this is their previous trailer, and presumably they're not using it anymore very much, nevertheless, it still has power. There are still things in here which function. I have a... What are you doing there, River? Riv? May I call you Riv? Ah. I'll take all that. From a medical box. We have another room. Okay, this looks promising. This has got to be Randy's room. Tainted Overload post. Overlord. I keep wanting to say Overload.
Tainted Overlord.
Favorite band?
You know him well.
Used to send him an album every year for his B-Day.
Used to? Oh, you call it B-Day as well. I do that. I call them B-Days. I just put B/D if it's something like a diary entry, and I know what it means. We have another readable. That's excellent. We have a safe. Excuse me. I'm always being told off for not looting safes. It's not a safe, it's a cabinet.
Some kind of game here. Shipping code on it.
Oh. Also, I unlocked a drawer, by the sounds of it then. That's good. I don't mind doing two things at once. There is a readable there, which I'll read. Okay. Dear Mother departs. The old die quietly, their dry hands giving a faint rustle as they fall for the last time. They tend to depart this world in November, at the darkest hour of the night, when dawn seems just as far off as the spring that will never return. They leave little behind, a small stack of last century's newspapers, a few chipped cups, clothes already smelling of the casket. Under their closed eyelids flits a muted kaleidoscope of memories, flashing by in no particular order. They die with their gaze fixed on the hardening diorama of a long life that, in its final moments, always seems to have been far too short. That's depressing, Randy. I don't think you should be reading stuff like that. Just going to say. Very well stocked shelves of books and periodicals. But yeah, otherwise, unremarkable. It looks fairly normal, I would say. Yay, what is this?
Expensive tech. Randy had the scratch for this?
You're joking.
Okay, well that's incongruous then. Latest gen tech, high-tech computer. Come on, Riv. Yes. Where's he going?
No chance Randy could afford hardware like this. Way too pricey. And we gotta get in. But I doubt anyone knows the password. Can you crack it?
Yeah, apparently I can. Because I've got... Oh, phew. I'm on level 15. Let's do it.
Let me give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Oh, great. Okay. This doesn't look too hard. So, where have I got to go here? BD's got to be... Yeah, I think I've got this. Let's go. So, BD's got to be followed by a 1C, has got to be followed by a BD. Yeah, I know I've done it the long way round. It's okay. Okay.
Eureka.
Yeah, Eureka.
Help me scour this, will you?
I shall. Let's use it. 9 messages. That has to be the largest number of messages I've ever encountered on a computer. I'm going to go top to bottom. Sometimes it just seems that reading them the other way round can be as effective as reading them in what looks like a chronological order, and people do still disagree as to what is the best order to read things like this. I'm going to go this way this time. Sorry. This is from... Oh, hello.
Caught Harris in a vehicle like that.
Okay, thank you.
Blockaded street. Shit, River. I remember that day.
I haven't read it yet, guys. Give me a
He lives close to an old school.
chance. Okay, this starts off with sorry, and it's from Anthony34, which has got to be Anthony Harris, to, he calls it B. Randy. So, I meant to call, sorry. Spent half the day sitting in my Thornton. Police had all of Watson blocked off, and I was stuck in traffic for hours trying to cross town. I kind of live in an area where I used to go to school, but it looks all different now, so trying to find ways past all those jams made it easy to get turned around. Hope you're not mad. And Randy replied to Anthony34, hey, no problem. I needed to help my mum anyway, etc, etc. Do you have everything ready at your place? Oh, wow. And then from Anthony to Randy, almost. Wow. And then we have thanks from Randy to Anthony.
Angel of empathy, this guy, huh?
Yeah. Well, I guess this is part of the, I hate to say, grooming process, isn't it, by the sounds of it? Maybe this is how the guy found his victims. He built up some sort of relationship with them in text messaging form. This is from Randy to Anthony34. I just wanted to say thanks. Guess in general I'm just holding on to the thought that there are more people like me out there dealing with the same. Why are you helping us anyways? Anthony34 to Randy. I used to be like you, like all of you. I wasn't spared any of life's cruel twists and turns. Worst of it was when my best friend died. Randy replies to Anthony, "Sorry to hear that. Can I ask what happened?" Anthony to Randy, "Rare muscle disease. His body just got weaker and weaker until he was a shadow of himself. I wanted to help him more than anything, but there was just no possible way that I could. Of course, anyone who could help, he couldn't afford. If I just had the means, he could have bought some super drug or new body or I don't know. Worse luck than the disease was being born into a poor family. Anyway, that's why I do what I do. I couldn't help my best chum, but just maybe there are some people out the world I can help." Wow, yeah, he is really building himself up to be an absolute...
Figured out Randy's identity.
Saint.
Sent him the game as a present.
Okay, the game we found in the drawer?
One you found in his drawer?
Yes.
The same. Shipping code suggests the prick sent it from the Badlands.
Alright. Big Trouble in Haywood from Anthony to Randy. "Hey, I hope you don't mind, but I used my admin privileges to find you in real life. That is your home address. Sorry, hope it's not too weird, but I had a good reason. There's a gift on its way, a game called Big Trouble in Haywood. You know it? Anyway, hope you like it. Have fun." Okay. There's a real charm offensive going on here, isn't there, on Anthony 34's part? And then we have Up Again.
This guy baited Randy like a pro.
It sounds like that way, and that's the impression I'm getting. This is from Randy to Anthony. "I'm toking again. I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess I'm just a piece of..." Anthony to Randy. "You're a perfectly normal person, Randy. You're just like anyone with a organic heart still beating in their chest. Remember, I'm always here to talk to understand you, to help you. I know you'll recover from this, like you always have." Telling the kid what he wanted to hear. And then we have this, which is from Natalie to Randy. "Who are you? Thanks for yesterday. The city from up on that tower looked so beautiful. Honestly, I felt speechless, though maybe that's just because I don't love heights. Really, it was nice, but maybe next time I take you into the city. Head to Japantown, grab a bite. You'll love it once you see it, and oh my god, the restaurant my aunt takes me to sometimes, so Nova. Just let me know. Love you, cutie." Randy replies to Natalie, "Yeah, of course, I had fun too. About this restaurant, we'll see. Not sure I'll have time. Hard to promise anything, so we'll see." Natalie to Randy. "Hey, you know you don't have to worry about Eddie's. We already talked about this. Just let yourself be invited to something nice for once. Love ya." Yeah, it was about money, wasn't it? I think we got that impression from the way he was speaking. These messages go on and on. I have no idea how long this episode is going to be. I'm looking sideways to see how long I've been playing already, and it's not really telling me because I took a break and it will be broken up into parts. Right, what do you say? This is... Okay, we're back to talking to Anthony.
Do you? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No. There's no way. Why would he do that?
Not only did they agree to meet, but it looks like Randy was as excited as any kid on his way to a theme park.
Fuck. This creep definitely scrambled Randy's head.
Alright guys, let me read it. What do you say? From Randy to Anthony 34. Tell you what, I think your site's really Nova. Think I'm ready to finally meet up in person. Same time and place you wrote before? 'Cause man, I just can't wait now. And then we go. Anthony to Randy. That's right, same as we agreed. It makes me happy to hear you're happy. Just one tiny request. Delete that first email I sent, just in case. Don't want anyone sniffing around something that doesn't concern them. He covered his trail. Randy was so under the influence by that point. Here we go. Family. From Anthony to Randy. I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. My mum died young and my dad, he just tried to give me a future. Wasn't easy though to make a living on the farm once the cattle pestilence took hold. Eventually it all just fell out beneath his feet. The cattle, the business, deep depression took his life. I tell you this so you'll know you're not the only one who's lost a father. I understand you so well. The only real difference is it was nomads that stole your dad from you, and for me it was corrupt cops and their dirty money grabs. Corpse, I beg your pardon. That's why I hide all my activity from Corpse. Trauma team and Biotechnica would be all over me in a second if they knew what I got up to. But I don't have to explain all that to you, Randy. You get it. I know you'll keep all this just between us Toombers. Stay strong, buddy. I know you got it in you. Wow. And then there is Randy to Natalie.
Natalie must have been the only person Randy trusted.
Can we view this page with a link?
I don't know. I'll look in a minute. View the page Randy mentioned. He hasn't mentioned it yet. Hey Nat, check out the site Drugs Are Bad. When you're there, click on the image, the red one with the people in it. Natalie to Randy. The title is This Is Pretty... The hell is this? Some kind of cult? Like, how'd you even find this? Randy replies to Natalie, just cruising the net. Doesn't matter. Yeah, he wasn't cruising the net though, was he? He was pointed towards it. And then we have Gail to Randy. Hey, you won't answer my texts, won't answer my hollows. Still alive, man? I have a special delivery for you from a Valentino tube of mine. You just got to pick it up. Anyone in Haywood give both kidneys for this thing, and I'm still holding it for you, free of charge, like some gonk. Do me a favour and answer, because I'm starting to get... Because he didn't answer, did he? We have files. There was a reference to a link. I'm going to do these top to bottom as well. At cart video. What the heck is this?
Something deeply fucked about that cartoon. My skin's crawling.
These cows are being fed some sort of... Wow. The farmer's a bad guy. Some sort of medication, drug, nutrient, supplement. But they're being milked in a very strange way. Okay. Okay. Right, so Randy, it seems, was a bit of a writer. By glint of the sword, Randy Kutcher. Volume 1 of the Blades of Doom trilogy, Chapter 1, Ghosts of Ancestors' Salvation. A silhouette of a gaunt female figure began to take shape among the ebb of the inky fog. By its long braid, the woman held a severed head, only one eye socket clearly visible. Decay had already long begun to melt the face's flesh, exposing the white bone underneath. The other side fared much better. Then, without uttering a sound, the woman shifted her gaze to pierce the eyes of the weary warrior. "Come, kill me, I am ready for death," she shouted with a cold intensity, prepared to meet her end at last. Wow. We also have this, which is Balberith 2043 to 2066, Genius or Psychopath? Black metal has produced countless charismatic characters, but the uniqueness of Aidan Burroughs, known also by monikers Namar and Balberith, is perhaps in a class of its own in the genre. Vocalist, guitarist, bassist, songwriter, ideologue. Some call him a genius, others a psychopath. When a person like Burroughs becomes defined by polar extremes, it's no wonder when he begins to arouse curiosity outside the metal world. There's no diminishing the lasting mark he's left in black metal, but even music more broadly. Most agree he was the driving influence for a new wave of metal artists and bands, like Tainted Overlord, who've managed to claw their way up from the bowels of metal hell to the almost mainstream music scene. Okay, they were a really weird mixture of files. A strange video, a piece of creative writing by Randy, which is fairly dark, But then he's into this kind of music. Black metal. Alright. We're out of that. View the page Randy mentioned. I'm not out of that. I've got to go to the net. Oh.
Some kind of link. The one Randy wrote about?
Let's find out.
Click on the image on the drugs are bad site. I think I'd rather read it first if that's okay. Drugs are bad. Who are we? Our mission, stay clean, contact us. It's never too late to change. Addiction can be defeated. Yes, to fight addiction is to go to war for your life, but together, hand in hand, we can emerge victorious. We know who the enemy is, how to outsmart him, his tricks and unexpected blows. We know where he strikes, how much force he uses, his weak points and how to drive him back. For years we've been researching the most effective strategies to fight drug addiction. Now we're putting them into practice. Together we can change your destiny because it's never too late to change. Our mission. We save lives. Drug overdose deaths are steadily on the rise. This is nothing less than an epidemic that is decimating our society, and young people most of all. If we continue to ignore what's right in front of us, thousands of young people will die within the next decade. We won't let this happen. We hope you won't either. Stay clean. Beating addiction is only the first step. For most, the real challenge is what happens after your treatment. Suddenly, you have to go back to your normal life, but normal meant using regularly. The streets being what they are, it's easy to fall back into old habits. We can help you stay clean and support you for as long as you need. You'll always be able to come to us for help. Together, we'll stay clean and undefeated. And then we have contact us, which is an address where you can contact them. I click on the image. Oh.
A hidden page set up by Anthony Harris.
Christ. I'm gonna be sick.
Please don't. While I read this. Welcome, lost stranger. Good to see you, friend. Welcome to Tony's Haven, the place you've been looking for, the place where you can become the best version of yourself, thanks to Tony. I live here with my friends. They came here because they were fed up with seeing their life go to waste, just like you. Think of me as a farmer who looks after his livestock. Okay, now I'm thinking about that cartoon we saw. Get acquainted and stick around. Together we'll show those old farms what we're capable of. No idea what I'm talking about? Don't worry, I'll explain everything in good time, but it's time for you to decide. Do you want to remain a shadow of yourself, or become the person you always dreamed of being? Come on down. Then we have joiners, which is the same thing again. Files? Error.
There was a file here.
Deleted, looks like. But the name's still there.
That name. Wasn't the video file on Randy's comp called something like that?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And now it says, check the cartoon in the files folder. I'm going in there again. Here it is.
Hey, look. The name of this cartoon matches the missing file on Harris's page.
Yes, it does.
That's what we needed to find for Yawin. V, we've got it.
Randy must have downloaded it.
Sure, but V, don't you get it? This could be the key to Harris's mind.
Yes, I get it.
Here's hoping.
Hey, can you use any of that Netrunner magic to shake anything else out of this?
Such as what? I don't know. Can I? No, I can't. Oh, man. I needed 19, I'm on 15 still. That hasn't changed, has it? No, I've not earned anything. This is what I meant by saying it's okay when you commit to following a character's questline, but sometimes there are no actual physical sort of point rewards by doing so whilst you're in the quest. And that's what's happening here. I'm going to have to say I lack the skills for this.
Not that kind of magician.
I'm not. Not yet.
Okay. We'll have to manage without it.
Okay.
That cartoon, River. Could be what we've been looking for. You said yourself we needed something to get Harris to dream. Send it to Yarwin.
Right. Sending it now.
That's what she's waiting.
Okay. Says she'll get back to me by morning.
Great.
And that I am a son of a bitch. And, come on. Let's grab a bite.
I could go for that. I'm starving. I'm quite hungry, actually. That's what she was waiting for. We gave her what she needed to be able to initiate dreams. Hey, hang on a minute. Oh, spooky. I thought I already took that antique key. I'll take it again. It's just a little glitch there, isn't it? Shouldn't be there. Hi.
Listen, let's not worry Joss more than we need to, huh? We're hot on the trail. We'll know more tomorrow.
Okay, won't the kids be in bed by now? It's 9:30 p.m. Night is falling. The desert world is beginning to settle down.
Dorian, please.
But it really tastes like booger.
Joss, we're finished.
All done. Off to bed then.
It is bedtime.
We left some for you, Uncle River.
Thanks, Monique.
Thanks, Monique. It looks really appetizing. Oh, I've got to sit down. I'm going to sit down.
Tell me you found something.
Here we go. I'm going to say we found a strong lead.
Looks like Randy knew his kidnapper. They were in touch.
Why would he do something like that?
You know him. Kids. Look for help in the wrong places.
When's the last time you ate?
Yesterday.
Have mine. I'm not hungry.
Joss.
Thanks. Maybe later.
But you will smoke.
River, tell me, and be honest. Will you find him?
Oh, I'm going to let River answer this question.
I will. I promise. Joss, you mind if V takes Randy's trailer for the night?
No. Sure.
Staying, right? You gotta help me see this through. To the end.
Oh, heck yes, of course I am. Why would you say you can't? Why would you decline that? I wonder if you do decline that, whether that finishes the quest. I can't possibly do that.
Come on, V.
Hey, patience. I'm just talking to the people.
Of course I'll stay.
Find your way all right?
Yeah.
Gonna hit the sack soon.
Think so. Oh, we've had this conversation, so I can get up and go to sleep. That was an alternate point at which I could have had that conversation, but I'm glad I had it previously in the kitchen, because it sort of gave an impetus to our search.
V, wake up.
Not done sleeping.
What's going on?
Yarwin called. It worked. The cartoon. He's dreaming.
Okay.
You got the BD?
Right here. Slot it in. Jack into the computer. I want to see it on the monitor.
I've only just woken up. Watch the recording. I've listened to River. He's desperate. I think we should do this.
That doc of yours is quick, not bad.
Yeah. Your friendship obviously still counts for something. Watch the recording. We're in a brain dance. Let's settle in. Here we go.
What's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand that.
We're at school.
This isn't normal behavior. Anthony, you killed Liam's turtle.
I hate to ask how he did
He
that.
was sick. He wouldn't eat, stayed in his shell. I just wanted to help him.
By injecting him with HGH? What were you thinking? Is this something your father taught you?
Human growth hormone.
People took you in, extended their trust. This is how you repay them? Your friend died. I understand. But that is no excuse.
So that was real. That did happen.
Fuck you.
What did you just say?
Whoa.
Okay, I've had enough. Principal's gonna hear about this. Your foster parents, too. I see. Like father, like son.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where's he going? I'm going to let it play through visually, obviously, to start with.
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in his head.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick! You can't! You can! He was sick, weak. I just wanted to help him.
What the heck? Okay, let's rewind this. We have to remember it's a brain dance.
We're back in Harris's school kid days.
We are. I decided to have a comfort break at that point when I rewound the video. When you've been running and you sit for a prolonged period of time afterwards, your muscles can seize up. So it's important to keep moving. It just gives me an excuse to nip to the toilet or go downstairs and refresh my orange, as I have done. Right, we're in the visual layer, and I want to fast forward to the first of the segmented sections, which are up here. I've already got an ident on the teacher here. I think it's the teacher that's being idented. It is.
I understand, but that is no excuse.
Let's go to this one here, which has a defined barrier. And I need to go follow him because he's leaving the room. Okay, we've got 3 things by the looks of it now. Here's our teacher. A civilian. Identity unknown, clothes cheap, well worn, Night City, mid-2040s. So that gives us a timescale on this.
Huh, I recognize this shooting. It was a case study back at the academy. Give me a sec to check which school that was. Laguna Bend. Oh, looks like the whole town got flooded in the 50s. Well, at least we know the general area where Harris lived.
We do.
That'd be that.
Indeed. What does this one show then? Drugs are bad. Where he got the idea from. Hey, okay. I mean, this is real sort of childhood trauma leading into later adult behaviour by the looks of it. Is the message we're meant to be given here. I've lost sight of my teacher. Let me pop out into visual. There he is. Now I can rejoin him in editing. But it's not him anymore that I'm looking at, it's this.
Trophy. Old one. Dated from 2042.
Okay.
First place in an interscholastic wrestling tournament.
I can exit the brain dance now to proceed to the next section. Okay. I'm exiting. He's dreaming. He's still dreaming.
Where you going now? Come here!
Coming!
Tony, come here!
Gosh, he's not very tall.
You forget something?
He must be quite young.
I asked you a question!
I don't know.
Choline and methionine levels. See anything odd?
Too low?
You were supposed to check before school. What do you gotta say for yourself? Cal's gonna die because of you. Gotta kill it like you killed your mama.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just dial up her hormones.
You're a monster.
And shut off that goddamn cartoon! How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like that, hmm?
Look at the height of the kid.
The day I spent trying to turn that shit off.
He can only be like 6, 7 maybe? I would guess, judging by the height of him compared to those rails. Whoa. What kind of area is this? Is this an abattoir? I think it might be. We have a dead cow over there. He had a hellish time by the sounds of it. Oh, look at the little stool so he can reach. So this is a farm. This is a farm. There's the cartoon.
Ah, that's our cartoon. Little Tony really seemed to love it.
Guess that'd be that.
I guess so. Have we reached the end? I think we have. Right, I'm going to rewind it. There's a number of segments we need to look at here. This is going to be quite complex, I think. All on the visual layer, though, I notice. Both brain dances so far have had nothing else for us to see. I'm glad I had that comfort break now. It's quite intense when you get into brain dances. Okay, let's pop into editing mode.
Harris looks even younger here.
Doesn't he? I'm guessing the kid can only be 5-6 years old. Alright, let's move in. Oh.
See that? Cow's sick, like the rest.
So, all the cows are sick, and it was some sort of forced medication that was being given to them? Okay, where am I going? I've got to follow the source of the signal, which is the father.
Got no way to ID him. Kid's father was a real hard ass.
Indeed. No affiliation, identity unknown, appearance male, farmer's build, mid-21st century Texas origin, physical resemblance to Anthony Harris, relationship to Anthony Harris, father. Okay, but there's something else here too.
Looks like a cattle bioscanner for checking vitals.
Alright. So they're using tech to monitor their animal health. And then we're heading off down here to this.
Cattle injectors for hormones, antibiotics. People ate meat loaded with this shit.
Yes, cattle injection system for bovine antibiotics. And where are we going now? More machinery.
Supplements in the feed for disease-free livestock.
Not machinery. Okay, so the whole thrust of this one was the interventions they were making on the cattle. The father is violent. We've seen that. He blames the child, or at least he's trying to blame the child for his mother's death. Wow. Exit brain dance. Is he still dreaming? Is that it? He's still dreaming? Relive the brain dance. We're still at the farm. What the heck? That can't be his father. This is a dream, but the problem with these dreams is I think they are recollections of reality. They're more memory type dreams than actual constructed, hypothetical, imaginary, enhanced dreams where reality is distorted. I think this is a reality. What in the name of... The cows aren't there anymore, but... These are his victims. He's grown now. He's adult size. Look at him compared to the rails and things he's walking past. This has to be
What are you up to, Mike?
one of his victims.
Come here, you rascal. You'll hurt yourself. Tony'll take good care of you. Easy now.
Oh God, I feel sick. Very disturbed. I think we would agree. We've watched that through. I'm going to go back to the first of the visual sections. We also now have an audio section, which we've got to do. This one is even more complex than the previous one. Let's pop into edit mode.
I think this might be the place, V. It's a recent memory. Gotta be his hideout.
I think you're right. Wherever this farm is, and it's got to be a farm still. Let's move into the first section. Now I do not know where I'm going here.
Got some cables.
Solar panel used for powering farm devices. That's not necessarily an unusual thing to find. And where am I going now? Okay, I've got a number of things here. This must be Anthony Harris. That's about the clearest picture I can give you of him. There is this, whatever this is.
Got a clock. An hour to midnight.
Okay. Also,
Peter Pan turned this farm into a goddamn final bastion.
well, we're making progress. It's removing parts of the Braindance timeline. Even though we scanned two things there rather than one. I didn't know you had to do that sometimes, but maybe we do. I'm leaving signal range.
Fuel. Must have been an auto shop or something here at some point.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what we're meant to be looking at right now. Maybe it was. I'm gonna advance. I have a body.
Fuck me. He treats the kidnapped boys like cattle.
Okay, so we know that the victims had a range of substances in their bodies. They've been overstimulated. Was he using things like growth hormones on them too then? The way that he did on the turtle when he killed that? This is all some sort of perverted corruption of the way in which they treated the cows when he was a child. My heaven. I don't know what we're getting into here.
Machine controls an injection system for stimulants, hormones, something.
That makes perfect sense. Now I understand this. I may have overrun something there. Let me just see if I can find it again. It's another victim.
Look, another one.
Rapid heart rate, stimulated, aggressive. The guy's carrying out experiments. But to what purpose?
Fire department search stamp right here. City South. Perfect.
Okay, so this is helping us localise the place to a geographical identity, I guess. Is that what we're saying? Looks like maybe there should be something else there which I could have missed. Yeah, hang on. No, there's something there. That's in the upper room. That's the
terminal controls the pens. Gotta be another deck somewhere for the mines and turrets.
Oh, okay. So still within this bit here. Oh, here we are. It's another victim. Who's this when it's about?
Don't see Randy anywhere.
No. That's concerning. I hope it's not too late. This bit next, please. This is the one who's crawling away. Is this Randy? No, it's not. He identified him by name. hang on, I'm not meant to be doing that yet. Okay, now I'm deep into this section and I have something over the door. What's that?
Signage on the farm model points to Petrochem.
We actually have farm model. We have a designator for it. I'm going to continue advancing this. The signal source is definitely down at this end of the building now. We don't need to go backwards on ourselves. It's this direction of travel.
The illuminated towers, promoting the Us Cracks album that came out then. The colors changed every hour.
So I see. The colours change every hour, brought to you by US or Us Cracks, is that? I don't know what it is. Okay, now we need to go back and we need to change to, I'm just going to pop out, the audio layer, because there's a clue. No, it's going to be further down here because it's back in the timeline. I'm going to move back down the barn slightly. It's way further back in the timeline. Where is my audio clue? There's my audio clue.
Hearing what I'm hearing?
Trash barge. That's the signal to dump. Has to be a landfill nearby.
I think that might be it.
I think that might be it. We've completed the brain dance.
Not so sure, River. I think we ought to explore a bit more.
Really? Okay.
Okay. Let's go with your gut.
Right. I'm going to exit the brain dance.
Okay, so where do we sit now exactly?
We know Harris still lives near an old school that's now underwater. You can see the NC skyline and the Us Cracks towers from the farm.
Yes.
It's a few miles out. Farm's located near a landfill. We know that too. Shipping code on the game Randy got from Harris traces out to the Badlands. Those towers promoting the Us Cracks album. Colors change regularly, once an hour. So we know the time.
11 at night.
Right. And that puts the farm east of the city. Southeast, actually. Stamp on the NCFD certificate was from the southern region. Farm model's a Petrochem design, so that eliminates any others.
Wow.
Which narrows it down to Edgewood Farm. That's gotta be our place.
So, we've got it.
Just hope we didn't fuck it up. Come on, we gotta go.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Do you know, I'm glad I didn't. I think there may have been the possibility to explore further there, but I think we did thoroughly explore everywhere. That was good enough for me. Get to River's car. Okay. It's raining. I'm going to get wet. Oh, I always get wet in this game. Thankfully the passenger side is this side. Where is he anyway? Oh, there you are. Now what? I've waited for River. Drive to the farm with River.
Damn it.
Steady.
This work.
I'm not going to tell him to focus. He won't lose it. I think he's properly tuned into this.
Gotta work. Done more in 2 days than the NCPD accomplished in weeks.
Good point.
Not hard to do, but yeah, you're right. Thanks, V. For everything.
You're completely welcome.
We'll find him, River.
We will.
If I'd only known sooner how he felt. What was eating at him?
This isn't your fault.
I'm his uncle, V. And I wasn't there for him.
We will find him, whether he'll be alive or not. I don't know. We know where the farm is. That's the best thing. Driving to the farm with River. It's not saying I can skip, and I wouldn't skip anyway.
Hold on, Randy. Please hold on.
Oh, now it's saying I can skip. Okay, I'm not going to. I just love the environmental conditions here when it's raining and the ground is so wet and you see the puddles and undulations, the unevenness forming in it. the effect it has on the colours as you look across, everything's got a greyness to it. Even the sky is struggling, and it's 2:30 AM. That's the light from the city, I'll bet, which is causing that bloom there. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's not. Heading to the farm. Oh, you should hear what I've been talking about regarding the Peralezes, by the way. Elizabeth Peralez texted me and blocked me, River. She doesn't want to talk anymore. Yeah, I know. It's astonishing. Gratitude, her. What a pickle those two are in now. They can't trust their thoughts. They can't even trust their daughter's thoughts. There was some speculation in the comments about whether the daughter was real. I believe she is real. I think she's real because contextually it makes sense. There was a photograph there, could have been manufactured and placed by one of those agents on their night excursions into the apartment. I totally agree. The email could have been fabricated. The fact that it said listen to security was a little bit of a thing. But they are in a mess.
River, this is the farm. We got it.
I know. Let's get to the barn quick.
Okay, I'm out. You know you said quick. Okay. Heads up, turret's alive. I saw that. You didn't say it, but I saw it. Oh my lord. Will you look at all these mines? Whoa, this is Mines Are Us. Now, let's not panic. Can I find something I can ping? I can. Have they got any cameras? Is that a camera over the door there? Yes, it very is. I'll have that. Sorry, quick orange break. Right, let's grab those cameras that I was talking about a moment ago. There it is. What do you have for me, cameras? 5 cameras. So here are my security turrets. Hang on a minute. Oh no, more than one lot of security turrets. Is that what we're saying? Yes, it is. There's another one here. This minefield is quite dense, and the mines are relatively tightly packed too. Anthony Harris was not inviting any visitors to his establishment. Okay, next camera. There's us, bravely cowering by River's vehicle. There's a building over here with an antenna on the top. The place looks deserted, which makes sense. If he is a loner, and it appears that he was, is this the same farm? I think it is. Mines crate? Wowzer. Yeah, I think we're in the right place. That's a very dark camera. This looks like an office. It may be the room where the machine was that controlled the infusion pumps. So we know that that room exists. We are definitely in the right place. But there are no signs of any other humans around. Alright, exit cameras. I think I have a strategy here. I'm going to get rid of the turrets to start with, because they're a nuisance. I really don't want them causing me any bother. I'm also going to try and get into this small building. There are no mines near this building. Find the farm's security control system. Optional. Find a way into the barn. Mandatory. I understand what you're saying. Let's go. Let's not go. I can't open that door. Can I get in any other way? There are no windows. There are windows. I can't get in them. They're shuttered. I can't get in. So I'll go onto the roof. Is there a hatch? No. But there is an access point, which I'll jack into. Let's do this. Alright, I'll have a quick look at this. It's mostly E9s. Back in a second. Okay, I think I've got this one. There's a little bit cluster of E9s there in the middle lower right side, which could be very helpful. Let's go. So I need an E9 followed by a 1C, and then basically it's lots of E9s. E9 followed by an E9, followed by an E9, followed by an E9, and so on. What did I get? Oh, weapon glitch crafting spec. It's very mean in the quantity of tier 5 quick hack components it gives you. 2. Just 2. That's all. I can't help but think that this building is in some way significant, and the fact that I can't enter it may have been, you know, down to me not having the body strength, may have been a thing. River wisely followed me up to the top just to check on what I was doing. There are no mines here. There are mines over there though. I'm wondering whether the proximity of these mines to each other is such that if I were to shoot one of them, it might set off a sympathetic detonation amongst others. Maybe not. Oh yeah, it did. That one set that one off over there. Okay, it's not something I intend to experiment with too much. I don't really think I need a weapon to be drawn either at the moment. Let's put that away. Now this building does have a door. Oh, there are these 2 turrets. I better take those out as well before they start sensing me and causing bother. Goodbye. Right. That's a very large building. I'm guessing that could be the barn. Nor can I get into this building through that door, but there was a window around the side, although there are also mines. Careful. That could really ruin your day. I have tech ability to open that, so therefore I shall. Careful now. Steady, steady. I have something over here which looks like a... It's a pack of cards. I'm going to pick it up. I was going to say readable. There is a readable. Hurrah. Huzzah even. Let's read this one. Manipulation. Easier than you think. The most fundamental yet effective manipulation technique is what we call undermining. For the manipulator to get the target to do what he or she wants, the target must first accept the manipulator's opinion as true or valuable. This is easiest to achieve by making the target feel inferior through harsh criticism. The more accurate, the better. The target will begin to yearn for praise from the manipulator, becoming more open to cooperation. That is manipulation. Ouchie. The guy studied up on how to be a manipulator, how to influence people. Another readable over here. Ooh, who'd have thought it? Okay, and this is about influence. Let's read this one. The joy of influence. 5 simple rules. 1. Exude authority. Speak with conviction in absolutes and never ever lose confidence in yourself. 2. Practice the rule of reciprocity. Make sure people always feel like they owe you something. 3. Be unavailable. Make yourself seem like a very busy person whose time is more valuable than theirs. Even a meeting is a sacrifice. 4. Demand engagement. Remember, if a client is forced to give you enough attention, backing out will be even harder. 5. Make them like you. People like people who are similar to them. Never forget it. Anthony did his research. He was going to make himself completely the person with the answers to the problems of these young people. That was River just dashing past me, by the way. I hope. I have a television with which to distract my enemies, some medical gauze. Never fail to pick up medical supplies. There's an upstairs to this place, I've just realised. I think I'm cleared out downstairs, am I? Believe so. Don't think the kitchen's going to reveal anything else. Not even a snack. So I will... Okay, that's just the door that goes outside. I will go upstairs. I have gone upstairs. Okay, various rooms. Time for a scan. None of these rooms showed up on a camera, so this building had no camera surveillance. I think I'll go... Shall I go clockwise? Shall I go anti-clockwise? Do you know what? I think I'm going to go starting from the end. Which is basically... Well, this room's full of medicines. Interesting. It's a bathroom. That's an awful lot of medications there. Something is showing up there. The bathtub is covered in a thick organic residue. What the heck? Okay. River, what's wrong? Why have you got cramp? Oh, another readable. River looks nervous about
here. Have a look around.
He looks nervous about coming into this room. I'm not nervous at all. Readable. The consciousness curse. Man dies the way he was born, soft, weak and helpless. Death, the one certainty in this universe of chaos, can be both a tragic end and a release from suffering. It can come as an unexpected twist or as a beautiful crowning counterpart to a life well lived. The curse we face as humanity, the only living beings in constant awareness of death, is our inordinate focus on the fact. How much happier is the life of the gazelle that escapes the cheetah's clutches, thinking that it evaded death once and for all, than the poor soul living out his days knowing each step inches him closer to the void. Deep, not the sort of stuff Anthony should have been reading. I'm going to say, what's that? Oh, it's a Tier 5 tech revolver quasar. Is what it is. You have a box of resources there. Some very big cables in this room. Some Eurodollars. Let's scan.
Got cables coming out of this wall. Should be a switch somewhere.
I just said that. There are cables coming out of this wall. There's a computer here. What else do we have in here? I think that might be it. Okay. So the cables... What's that? Turn it off. I haven't turned it... Oh.
Try disabling the defense system, then haul ass to the barn.
I found the farm's security defense system. Stand up. Whoa! There's a room here. Oh man. So I've got two computers then. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. Tinkerbell. Whoa. Another readable? This place is so full of them. Understanding your teen. Okay, let's read this. Understanding your teen. I mean, it just has such a sinister side to it, doesn't it? All of his reading material is about getting to be able to sympathise, empathise with these young people, to fool them, to trick them. Yuck. The teenage years are truly the most difficult period in a person's life. Not only is it a time of enormous hormonal changes to the brain, but also a time of searching for one's own identity. The teen starts to seek authority figures outside the family, most often among their peers, but also among celebrities, rocker boys, and even fixers or mercenaries. To become an authority figure to teens, all you really need to do is have a unique style. Maybe throw in a few nice phrases criticising the system, and most importantly, convince the teenager that you, and only you, understand. If they only knew how much their writings could be perverted to the purpose that this guy wanted them for. Right, now there's a lot of things here. Let's use all of this. I have net. Page not found. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Netwatch took that page down. I'm going to use this computer, which has 4 messages. Let's read them. This is from Anthony to Quasar Seeker. This sounds like another of his victims by the title of the text. I can help you. Hello. I'm happy to see you signed up for my help program. I'd like to hear more about you. What's your name? What's been bothering you? Quasar Seeker replies, It really matters? I'm nobody. I'm a zero. Nobody cares about me, but thanks for pretending to anyway. Anthony replied, Give me a chance. Quasar Seeker to Anthony, Whatever. I'm Sean. Been thinking about death a lot lately, how nothing really matters and why even try. My folks don't want me to be an embarrassment, but I'm a piece of... So, me, right? I can't keep up and trying harder is just more miserable. Can't even get out of bed most days, so yeah, guess that's it. Anthony replied to Quasar Seeker, Let me help, Sean. I know how to solve every one of your problems. You're worth more than you think, trust me. Tony. My heaven. Here he is another one, by the looks of it. Ray Ray Bongo. It's all real. This is Anthony to Ray Ray Bongo. Hello. You asked in the application if this is all for real. I can assure you, Ray Ray Bongo, it absolutely is. Let's take the next step and you'll see yourself. Of course, before I can help you, it would be better if we got to know each other first, don't you think? My name's Tony. And you? Ray Ray Bongo replied, Go elsewhere, Tony. Okay. So that person saw through it. Ray Ray Bongo saved themselves from a terrible fate. Here's Randy. Anthony to Randy, don't worry. Hello. You have nothing to worry about. Everything you say stays between us. First, just tell me a little about yourself. Randy to Anthony. Nothing to tell. My dad's dead. I live with my mum, bro and sis, and I've got an amazing girlfriend who's wasting her time on me. That will be Natalie. I have a cop uncle who still wants to make something out of me. Yeah, good luck. Not that we talk much these days anyways. What else? Oh, I'm poor and a waste of air and space. At least my dad had respect. I got nothing. Can't even afford any chrome. Only thing I did get lately was my beat by my tunes. My mum wanted to flatline herself once, so I can't talk to her about anything or I'll be the reason that she... Hard to see how things get any worse, but even harder to see how they get better. My whole life's a cosmic joke. Anthony replied to Randy. The first step to improving your life is acknowledging where it has failed. Good news is that first step is already behind you. I've been in your shoes before. I know how you feel and I know how to help. Let me in, open up, and everything will be fine in no time. You'll see. Oof. It literally makes me shiver. This is Anthony to Finnegan, is this? Fantastic news. Hello, I'm thrilled to hear you overcame your illness. That tells me just how strong you are inside, but it's always good to have the strength of others support you too. Your rehabilitation is the next step on the road to healing. You've already helped your soul. Now let me take care of your body. Together, I know we can't fail. My God, this guy. Files 1. Braindance Kit. User's Manual. Oh, heaven. Let's read this. With this Braindance Kit, you're able to play all commercial braindances formatted on compatible data storage media. For safety and certification reasons, this device should never be modified or tampered with in any way. Should you have technical questions or concerns, please contact an accredited technician. If used in ways other than those designated, personal injury and damage to the device may occur. Please retain the following information in the event the device is put up for resale or given to a third party after purchase. We have instructions. Remove kit from packaging, insert Braindance media into the drive slot or use the provided cable to connect it to a parent device. 3. Sit in a calm and quiet area and place the device on your head. 4. Turn on the device and enjoy your Braindance experience. Note: accepting the above terms, conditions and instructions means you waive any responsibility on the part of the manufacturer and all affiliated parties for any injuries and damages occurred during the use of the device. Enjoy! They absented themselves from all responsibility for the use of the Braindance device. Okay, we're out of this room, I think, and back into this room where there's another computer. It has to be the episode with the most computers ever. Oh, it's the same messages. And the same file. Okay, I guess that's in case a person didn't find the hidden room. Okay. Disable security on the computer optional. So, is there a bit I missed there actually? Let me go into net. I don't know. I'm not worried. It says optional. I think I'll make my way to the barn because River's been standing here for an age. Find a way into the barn. It may be... Okay. I mean, there's a room here with a pad by the side of it, which says hack. I have level 10. I can hack. I can put a code in. No, let's hack it. I'm going to hack it. Oh, I've hacked it. Now I can use it. Can I use it now? I'd love to get into this room. There's no numbers on the keypad. There's nothing there. I'm not missing anything, am I? The door won't open. I wonder if... Was there not a keypad on the outside as well? At the corner of my eye? Yes, there was. But I don't have the code. It's something I've not found. I'm wondering if it was in that other room. You know, the building over there that I could not gain entry to. I wonder if that's still closed. Mind the mines. Dashes across. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm heading for the barn. I think this is the barn. I also think I might need to, in the old-fashioned way, get rid of a mine or two on the way. I'm listening to the triggering noise there. I bet these doors won't open, but I'm going to see if they will. You're right, it is costing me an eddy every time I use this, and I could be using a different weapon to do it. You've done your use, and I don't think you're going to be of any help to anybody because there's no one to come. Harris is out of the system just at the moment.
Damn it. Locked up tight. Need to find another way.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. I will switch to my rifle though, as you're quite rightly pointing out. It's costing me money shooting these mines. And I will start scanning. I've just found another readable! They're all over the place in this episode. Okay, let's read this. Juice, top 8 dangers. Juice, the animal's favourite drink, a miracle elixir, the dream come true of every scrawny, twig-limbered skeletor that dreams of having boulders and chesticles. But is it safe? Apparently, it poses particular problems for men. 8 problems to be exact. Here are the top 8 dangers of using juice. 8. A temporary increase in sexual ability followed by a sharp decline. Men are also at risk of priapism. Perpetual. Sounds shimra, but it could be painful. 7. Gynecosmastia, i.e. enlarged breasts, often irreversible. 6. Balding on the head, but increased hair growth on the chest, back, stomach and legs. 5. Changes in your skin, such as acne on the face and shoulders. 4. Kidney problems, resulting in increased protein content in urine. Kidney scarring may be an indication of focal, segmental, glomerulosclerosis. 3. Muscles may grow asymmetrically, often leading to muscle weave tearing. 2. Prostate cancer. It'll hurt every time you take a 1. And finally the winner, liver failure, resulting in jaundice and pruritic rash, and even fibrosis and cancer of the liver. Still interested? Not scared of the risks? Well then, good luck, and see you in the hospital. Wow.
Damn it, right behind you!
What's behind me? Who? Where? River, what are you talking about? There's nothing behind me. He scared me to death. I can't even see where River is. I can see a ladder. Find a way into the barn. Yeah, I can't use the doors. Let's... Ooh, it gets pretty dense down there. Do I need to go that far? Boom. In fact, there are windows with bars on them. I don't think... Ooh, I'm going to be climbing in there. I think I'm going to be going up that ladder. I'll just walk down this side a little ways because I'm just curious. That's why. It's much easier to blow mines up if you point at them properly. Yeah, most of these windows... Whoa, whoa, whoa! There's that one there. Okay, that's a lesson. There you are! Where did you get to? I'm going to climb the ladder. I'm not going to worry about disabling the security system. Let's go. I mean, I don't know why I've still... Ooh, aren't the stars lovely? They're beautiful.
River, come here, quick!
Why, what's occurred? I found something. I found a hatch. There's an opening. We can get in here. Let's go.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, intruder detection. The enemies are not going to be coming, I don't think. I'm going to follow you down. Ouch. Luckily I didn't land on you. What on earth?
He's here. Ready!
Is he? I can't... Look around the barn. I'm looking around the barn.
He's hanging in there. We made it. V, shut down the machine. Can't unlink Randy otherwise. Randy! 1052. I repeat, I've got a 1052 at a farm south of the city. Yes, send the fucking squad! Yeah, relaying coordinates now. No, several, at least. Do it quick, damn it! Oh, and watch for automated defenses on site. They're substantial. Hurry! Gotta shut it off!
They are, yes. And I didn't turn them off. Maybe I should have. Turn off the brain dance machine. I'll go do that. It told me to look around the barn. But before I could do that, it told me to go and turn off the brain dance machine. And now there's a readable. Yeah, will do. Just going to read this readable. Don't panic. Make It Go Boom. We are proud to present the second revised edition of Make It Go Boom, the only make your own explosives guide you'll ever need. The previous edition was a smash hit. However, just like in the previous edition, the authors and publishers bear no legal responsibility for any incorrect adherence to the production processes in this book, or even any correct adherence that results in an unexpected, premature explosion. You want to play with pyrotechnics? You take the risk. Setting up the defence network for this place, in case it was ever interrupted. I shall go and do what you said, River. I'll go and turn off this infernal machine. I remember this bit from the brain dance.
Hurry. Gotta shut it off.
Doors I can open. And there's the cartoon still playing. This is the machine. Turn off.
Okay, all disconnected.
Check the others. Could still be alive.
Right.
I will do. There are other people in there? Chemicals, the invisible killer. All of these things are quite fitting, are they not? I'm going to turn that off, and I'm not even going to turn it off. It won't let me. I don't think I need to. Help the other victims. They're quite appropriate to the life this guy led. And what a weird life it was it not? Those are those mines that I saw. Oh, hello. I never say no to €735 because it would be rude. Now it appears I've got 3 more victims who I've got to go and help. So let's start with this person here who has no identity. How do I do this? Remove the tube. Okay.
Alive. Whoa, easy there, easy now. Hey, you're all right now.
Well, you're going to be all right. I wouldn't say you're all right at this very second, but the sentiment is the correct one. My second poor unfortunate is here. I don't think I'm getting identities by scanning them. I'm not. Let's remove this tube. Doing good, V.
It's okay. Don't be scared. We're here to help. You're a bit dehydrated, but you're gonna be fine.
Says Dr. V.
Help me with Randy.
Yeah, I'm on my way. You told me to help with all these other people. There's another one here I've got to do first. Let's try you. 3 for 3.
Been dead a few days already.
Not 3 for 3. Right, now I'll come and help you with Randy.
Help me!
Okay. I understand the urgency, but all of these people needed help. I mean, you're already there helping him. I've got to release him? It's not happening. What am I doing wrong? Nothing. Is he okay? Yes. Randy's still with us. Oh, and finally it hits River. Look at that. Guy looks like he's not steady on his feet. He's not steady on his feet. It was worth it. It was worth it. What we just did. Ooh, epilogue. Sometime later. NCPD, trauma team. The gang's all here.
We did it, River.
Yep, we sure did. But I'm not about to leave it like this. The horror that bastard inflicted. Can't let it go.
But they've got him already. He's in custody.
He's in a coma, in police custody. He's not getting away with anything.
He's still alive. So in a sense, he is getting away with it. Not for long, though.
What?
I'm gonna squeeze the life out of him with my bare hands.
No. I've got options. Do what you got to do, but count me out. Yeah? I'll help you. River, don't do this. Think of your career. I mean, there's always a chance NCPD will take you back. You said you were only suspended, remember?
River, come on, man. It won't change anything.
That's also true.
Anthony Harris is a sad sack of meat, hooked up to a respirator now.
For how long? He has to die. It's the only way I'll be sure.
Stop. Gonna throw your life away getting revenge on a brain-dead vegetable?
Good point.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. But it's driving me crazy not doing anything.
Joss and Randy will need you now is certainly true. Forget about Harris and go on with your life is certainly true.
Actually, got quite a bit you can do, River.
Yes, Uncle River.
Joss, Randy, the kids. They're gonna need you now. More than ever.
Come on.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So I can still say forget about Harris and go on with your life. That's good. I wondered if that was an either or, because sometimes I think that does happen, that if you choose the blue you don't always get the yellow. If you choose the yellow you don't always get the blue.
Forget about Harris. Take one day at a time.
Do it.
But rest first.
Listen to V.
Your head's on straight again. Give me a hollow. We'll talk.
Yeah. Need a little time to myself now. But then I'll call you. I will.
Hey, we're ready for evac. Are you riding along or not?
Really, V. Thanks. Couldn't have done it without you.
No problem. Hey, don't be a stranger.
We did good today. We did good today. Riverhouse principles. I mean, he put his career aside to go rescue Randy. I'm going to stand up. Why not? I've been sitting down long enough on this, whatever it was. Hey, Jefferson Peralezes wants to talk to me. Whoa, now then. V, I spoke with Elizabeth. She confirmed what you told me. How long has this been going on for? I can't remember when this could have started. But that's just it, isn't it? I can't even trust my own memories. Who knows how much of it is fake? I remember my brother, I think. It's hard to say. Why is he suddenly in my memories? Elizabeth showed me that room you two found. What the is going on? I feel like I'm not in control of anything anymore. They were in my home. My home, for sake. I won't sleep until I catch these. No, they weren't just in my home. They were my home. The whole place is bugged. Jesus Christ, V, if they're in my home, that means they're here too. They must already know about you. He sounds like he's going off the deep end, rather. I'm going to ask him what he plans to do. Hello, Jefferson. Jeffel? Okay. Jeffel's not talking to me. Job complete. We've completed River's quest line. Or at least I think that part of it. I don't know if it finishes there or whether it goes on. That'll give me a lot of experience points. Oh! Error contact not found? So my phone can't find his contact anymore when I replied to him, what do you plan to do now? Has he blocked me as well? He has. He's blocked me as well. Man, that's just the icing on the cake of the Peralezes. They are literally on their own now then. That quest just keeps coming back, doesn't it? The implications of it. Okay, I've reached an obvious place to stop, so I will pause there, be back with you in a second. I think it was the previous video where in the comments section someone mentioned River and talked about whether they liked him or not as a character. And when it came up, I thought that's a strange thing that had never really occurred to me, because I just automatically took to River. He seemed honest, straightforward, direct. I didn't think he was hiding anything. He was a force for good. But now, having played through this part of his quest line as well, I begin to see some negatives. They're not necessarily personal negatives attributable to him, but negatives in the situation in which he's placed himself or found himself. The thing is this. We know that he is suspended or has left NCPD. We're not quite clear about which is the full version of that. But the fact is that he's absent from them. He's ostracised at the moment. And whether it was that he reported to Internal Affairs and someone found out, and that's what's caused this, whether it was that he fell out with the detective who took over Randy's case, if you remember, because we know there was animosity there. He didn't rate the guy at all in terms of professional credentials. Whether it was something to do purely with him getting too close to this case because it involved Randy and being told by his superiors, you got to leave it, you're away from here. We don't know. It may have been an amalgam of all of those things, but the fact of the matter is, whilst he was in NCPD and active, River was a force for good. He was anti-corruption with a capital A. And now that he's not there, they've lost something as a result. His was a laudable aim. He was convinced that NCPD was there to serve people, not to become embroiled in corporate politics and backhanders and all that other sort of stuff which so many of the other officers, including his own partner Detective Han, had succumbed to. And now he's not there anymore. So that forceful good working internally within the NCPD is absent. And I find that rather sad. But yeah, as a person, I can understand completely why V would want to support him. Who could argue with his actions there, trying to get Randy rescued from that despicable guy, the situation he was in? What does he do now? I don't know. I don't know whether his quest line finishes there or whether we hear some more. I do know it was time for me to stop because I've been playing for quite a while this morning. I think he has two options. He either goes down the destructive route, which is pursuing Anthony Harris, even though he is in a coma, uncommunicative, unlikely to survive or recover from what's happened to him. That, I don't think, has any future when it comes to River. I think he knows that if he goes that way, he'll be caught, he'll be found out, and that will be an end of the matter. Or he listens to V, and V is strongly of the opinion that he needs to just let this go. The guy has been apprehended. He has, in a sense, been punished for what he did because his life has ended, although he's still physically alive. And Joss, the kids, need him. He is their uncle, and he can get back into their lives and be supportive and enjoy that aspect which has been missing till now. So it's a lot of negatives and a lot of positives, but I'm convinced that in River's mind he's still mulling over the options between the two. Can he let it go? Will his sense of justice have been satisfied sufficiently for it to let Anthony Harris become history and just forget about him? I don't know. Right, that was episode 35. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It's been a different sort of set of episodes recently because I've been going down rabbit holes and excluding all else. I've been ignoring the map and everything on it. NCPD gigs of any description, side jobs, just investigating places, particularly wandering off the beaten track. All of that stuff which I'd been doing for a good amount of time had to pause while I followed the Peralezes questline and then subsequently River's questline, which kind of the two were linked because of the way one kicked off in the middle of the other. But they are done now. So next week in episode 36 I'll be returning to something more traditional, shall we say. I won't say any more than that for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye.